Yng nghanol y cyfnod rhyngwladol, mae yna ddarbu lleol I danio pethau yn Abertawe. Caerdydd yn cyrraedd yn llawn hyder. Mae cabinet tlysa nhw yn llawn cwpanau hefyd ar ôl rheoli dros y tymhorau diwetha. Gêm fyw I chi heno o stadiwm Swansea.com. Hyfryd cael eich cwmni. Mae'n hyfryd cael bod yma hefyd. Mae Gwenan Harris yn cadw cwmni fi. Pnawn da Gwenan. Mae Caerdydd wedi bod yn rheoli y gêm ddymestig tymhorau diwetha. Mae'r patrwm yn syml. Maen nhw wedi gwneud y dwbl, treble, dwbl dros y tymhorau diwetha. Unrhyw beth yn wahanol tymor yma?
Wel, fi'n credu mae pawb wedi diflasu, so mae pawb moyn rhoi bach fwy o cystadleuaeth mwy nag unrhyw beth. Ond na, chwarae teg I nhw, maen nhw wedi bod yn dda iawn. Colli cwbl o chwaraewyr, ond fi yn teimlo fel bod Abertawe, Wrexham, a'r tîmoedd yna gwmpas nhw, falle wedi cryfhau hefyd. Maen nhw wedi gwella bach fwy o cysondeb o fewn tymhorau nhw hefyd.
Wel, mae tabl yn dangos hynny. Ni'n glir, dewch chi gael pip ar hwn. Gemer pnawn wedi dod I ben, a mae Wrexham wedi codi i'r brig. Maen nhw wedi ennill y 6 gol 1 erbyn Pontypridd. Pontypridd yn cael tymor anodd dros ben. Bydd y goleithio hefyd i'r Bari yn erbyn Aberystwyth. Seintiau Newydd wedi ennill yn erbyn Llansawel. Dyna sydd wedi bod yn digwydd pnawn yma. Ond gweld Wrexham ar y brig yn dangos yn glir I ni bod hi'n gystadleuol iawn tua'r copa yna yn y brif adran. Dewch I ni glywed yn gyntaf gan reolwr Abertawe, reolwr dath mewn diwedd tymor diwetha. Wyneb cyfarwydd, Izzy Taylor sydd wedi bod yn siarad â Mike Davies.
Izzy, you finished last season strongly. You've won 6 of the first 8 games today. What's been responsible for the Swans' upturn in their fortunes?
Yeah, we've been really sort of performing well over the last few weeks. I think as a group we really reflected on last season and how difficult some of the times were that we had to get through. But yeah, this season we're a lot more together. We're able to be quite accountable for a lot this year, and it's all sort of gone in our favour so far. We had a little bit of a hiccup against Cardiff and Wrexham last time, but our response as a group has been superb and I couldn't have asked for any more from the players really.
And this is the second South Wales derby of the season. You lost the first one down at Cardiff City, but an opportunity for revenge today.
Yeah, excited, especially playing back at home at the Swans.com. It's always a great occasion for us. Last time we played them, it was tough, and we had to really sort of lick our wounds with that one and come back and try and have a positive response. And as a group, I feel like we've done that. So again, looking forward to today. We're in a lot of a better place. So yeah, excited for it.
And it's great to see Chloe Chivers back to full fitness. She's such an exciting player.
Yeah, she's done really well for us this season. I think over the last few seasons she struggled a little bit with injuries, but look, we know the capabilities of Chloe Chivers and she can be a special player for us and she's been able to demonstrate that this season so far.
Izzy Taylor yn fyna. Tra bod Caerdydd yn ennill popeth, Abertawe ddim wedi ennill dim un cwpan mewn 3 blynedd. Bydden nhw'n sy'n newid hynny. Yw Izzy Taylor yn gallu helpu o ran hynny?
Ie, mae llwyth o profiad gyda hi. Mae hi'n nabod y cyngrair yn dda iawn, ac oedd hi fan hyn tymor diwetha. Yn amlwg, fel oedd hi'n sôn fan'na, falle angen newid y wyrgylch o gwmpas y carfan a'r ysbryd yna. Fi'n credu bod hi wedi, a mae gyda'r profiad o fewn y gemau mawr yma hefyd I helpu a wneud gwahaniaeth.
Mae'r gemau rhwng y clybiau yn ddiddorol. Drychwch ar hyn, y record yn erbyn I gilydd. Wrth I fi bwysleisio eto, mae Caerdydd wedi bod yn rheoli y cyngreiriau dros y tymorau diwetha. Ond mae'n chweddol gyfartal. Be mae hynny'n gweithio ni?
Wel, I fi mae'n dangos faint mae Abertawe yn joio'r gemau yma, yn ywedig yn y stadiwm yma. Ond fwy nag unrhyw beth, bys ni'n gweud cysondeb Caerdydd yn y gyngrair ei hun. Falle bod Abertawe yn gallu codi hun ar gyfer y gemau yma, a ddim mor gyson wedyn erbyn y tîmoedd arall ble mae Caerdydd wedi profi dros y flynyddoedd diwetha. Pa mor dda, pa mor proffesiynol maen nhw wedi bod yn y modd yna ffordd maen nhw'n paratoi a wedyn yn amlwg yn neud y busnes ar y cae.
Maen nhw wedi bod yn gyson dros ben a ni wedi clywed yn barod am y fuddugoliaeth yn gynharach tymor yma. Diwedd Medi oedd hi yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd. Byddwn ni'n ôl yn ysfori gyda llaw ar gyfer gêm Cymru nos Fawrth hyd yn oed. Ond tair I ddim. Caerdydd yn ennill hon. Laura Cyrnock yn sgorio. Mackenzie Olden yn sgorio hefyd. Dau nath gyrraedd haf diwetha. Michaela Cook yn cael y drydedd. Ond oedd hi'n edrych yn weddol gyfforddus I Gaerdydd.
Ie, a bys Izzy Taylor Abertawe yn rili siomedig gyda'r perfformiad yna amddiffynol. Nwedig y gol gyntaf, gol hawdd iawn pelinion gyrchol. Mae Caerdydd yn hoffi defnyddio yn amlwg y lled yn arbennig o dda gyda chwaraewyr technegol fel Fiona Barry, ond mae angen I Abertawe sicrhau bod nhw'n amddiffyn y bylchau yna llawer yn well.
It's been a gol gan Cook ar y diwedd, yn dyddi? Ond maen nhw wedi colli lot o chwaraewyr hefyd, fel ti wedi sôn.
Ydyn, maen nhw wedi chwaraewyr ymosodol, ond beth sydd gyda nhw yw cefnwyr sydd yn hoffi ymosod. Cook, Ffion Price, efo ni gwybod pa mor peryglis yw hi, felly mae digon opsiynau ymosodol gyda nhw.
Reit, Gwenan, diolch yn fawr iawn am y tro. Mae Gwenan yn mynd i ymlwybro i'r pwynt sylwebu. Fy'n wrth i ni glywed gan reolwr Caerdydd, Mike, sydd wedi bod yn holi Ian Derbyshire.
Ian, it's really tight at the top of the Genero Adran Premier. Defending your title this season is not going to be easy.
No, definitely not. I think we all want a more competitive league, and I think that the teams who are competing against us this year are really strong. Wrexham, Swansea, TNS, Barry, Aberystwyth, everyone has really strengthened. Britain Ferry as well. So it's great for the league, it's great for the neutral. For us, it means we just got to keep raising our level every week.
Swans have improved this season, but you have beaten them already 3-0 at your place. What did you learn from that performance?
Yeah, I think the game was early on in the season. I think we were really strong that day. We had a lot of control in the game, won the game quite comfortably. But I think today will be a different Swansea. They've had some good results over the last few weeks, really strung together some performances. So we're expecting a much more difficult game today, a much tighter game, and it's just on us then to bring our quality and do what we can to win the game.
You've been very impressive in attack, over 30 goals, conceding only 7. You must be so pleased with the way that your team's performing.
Yeah, we're trying to play an exciting type of football, a bit different to what we've played the last few years. You can see that in the goals that we're scoring, that we are a team who scores a lot of goals, creates a lot of chances. Equally, we do have pride in our defensive structure as well, and I think there's a couple of games where we feel we shouldn't have conceded, but overall, when you've got such a good goal difference, it's always a credit to everybody in that team for goals conceded, but also goals scored.
Ian Derbyshire, all the best today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Reolwr Caerdydd, Ian Derbyshire gyda Mike Davies. Maen nhw wedi ennill bron popeth sydd i'w ennill ar y lefel yma dros y tymhorau diwetha. Ond mae yna her iddyn nhw tymor yma. Wrexham ar y brig ar ôl gemau pnawn yma. Abertawe yn ei chanol i hefyd. A mae'n gêm ddarbu. Gêm ddarbu De Cymru yn fyw gyda ni ar sgorio pnawn yma. Edrych mlaen yn fawr at hon fan hyn yn y stadiwm yma, stadiumswansea.com. Mae yna griw ifanc yn barod i groesawu'r ddau dîm i'r cae hefyd. Tîm Bryn Coch yw'r ein, clwb lleol. Fi'n credu bod un o'r chwaraewyr mawr yn tîm Bryn Coch, ond nhw sy'n chwifio'r baneri i groesawu'r tîmau i'r cae. Dim come on midfield, ond come on y ddau dîm yw. Nôl yn ni feti, neu draw yn ni at ein tîmau sylwebu. Chi wedi clywed Mike Davies yn barod. Fe sy'n gyda Gwenan Harris ac yn Saesneg hefyd. Mae Emrys gyda Cath Morgan. English language commentary is available as well. Ni'n barod amdani. Derby De Cymru.
Yeah, thank you, Dylan. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Swansea.com stadium and the second South Wales derby of the season in the Genero Adran Premier. Cardiff City Bluebirds won the opening fixture between these two teams comfortably 3-0 in September. However, the Swans are a better side this season, winning 6 of their 8 opening fixtures, and only 1 point separates the teams who start the evening second and third following Wrexham's 6-1 win at Pontypridd this afternoon. An intriguing evening awaits us. Keeping me company on Red Button commentary, former Welsh international Cath Morgan. Cath, Cardiff will start as favourites, but can the Swans cause an upset?
Well, I think they're building towards a good performance. I think I've watched them a couple of times this season, and they haven't quite clicked yet. So I'm hoping that this will kind of give them a good performance and momentum to move them forward.
And in terms of team news, Swansea City and Easy Taylor make 2 changes from the win against Aberystwyth. Lucy Finch and the influential Stacey John return. Top scorer Amy Deacon leads the attack. In terms of Cardiff City, 2 changes from them also. Lauren Kernock and Helen Evans are included. Mackenzie Olden and Megan Bowen make do with a place on the bench. 16-year-old Grace Olsen starts in goal for the 3rd game in a row. Kerin Chamberlain is back on the bench.
Players to watch for me, Kernock for Cardiff City. I think she's been consistently, one of their most influential players, and she'll be looking again, on the big stage. When you're playing in a big stadium, you want to shine, and I believe that everything will play through her for Cardiff City. And then for Swansea City, Amy Deacon, young 17-year-old, really exciting prospect. You know, she scored 6 goals this season, played, you know, nearly every single game, started. Very strong player, great technical ability, and she'll want to definitely try and score at this big stadium tonight.
Yeah, promises to be a really interesting game here. Cardiff City having won the first fixture between the two teams 3-0, Kath. But an opportunity for revenge today.
Yeah, and I think when you're home, you know what I mean, you want to set your stall out, you want to start controlling the game. And I feel that Swansea will not want to allow Cardiff to dictate this game. I mean, we know how good Cardiff are. You know, they turn up on big occasions, and for whatever reason, they always seem to, you know, get over any adversity and win comfortably. But I know that Swansea will not want that to happen today.
Yeah, referee today is Jordan Harmon. He's part of the elite referees programme with the Welsh FA. His second game in the Genero Adran Premier. He took charge of the Cardiff City Britain Ferry game, a 5-1 win for the Bluebirds, but showed a red card to Fiona Barry. So a lot at stake, Kath. I think perhaps at the beginning of the season, I thought the Bluebirds would run away with the championship once again as they aim for a 4th successive championship. And but also the Swans, Wrexham, a number of teams have improved. TNS impressive this season. Yeah,
and that's what the league wants. You know, you want it to be closer. You don't want anybody to run away with it. It needs to be competitive, and it's a great window for young players.
Well, it's Swansea City against Cardiff City, a South Wales derby, and on the ball early on, Stacey John. Not the best first touch from her. She's so influential, isn't she, for Swansea City, Stacey John.
Yeah, she won't worry about that. You know, yeah, she's, you know, miscontrolled that, but it won't affect her game. You know, she's the ticking clock behind all Cardiff's attacks.
It's a neat play from Cardiff City to get them out of trouble. A nice link-up play by Cardiff City early on.
Yeah, Swansea just need to be, you know, disciplined in their roles and responsibilities, keep everything tight, you know, and then hopefully they can start winning the ball. Once they start winning the ball, you know, they'll look to feed Stacey John Davis there. Amy Deacon is nice and high as well. Emily Thomas on the right-hand side has got pace, and that's where they need to exploit Cardiff City.
Fionn Price with the free kick. She'll take all the set pieces. Knocks it long.
You know, and that's great defending. There is nothing wrong with that. You know, when you make the wrong decision, when you feel you have time to bring that ball down, a mistake can happen. So I've got no issue with defenders clearing their lines. That's the first job they need to do.
I was looking at the Cardiff City lineup, Kath, and you know, Shannon Evans is missing. Mackenzie Olden and Meg Bowen have been left out. Well, they're down at the on the bench today. Karen Chamberlain returns after a period of injury. Grace Olsen, only 16 years of age, in goal. This is an opportunity, I feel, for Swansea City.
Yeah, and they'll see that themselves. You know, Izzy Taylor knows these players, you know, from in and around the game, and she would have prepared her team for that. You know. At the minute, Swansea are a 4-4-2 here, 4 at the back, 4 in midfield, and, you know, 2 strikers. So Chloe Chivers is one of the highest there, her and Amy Deacon, which I'm surprised at because, you know, Chloe Chivers generally plays as a 10, but her and Amy Deacon are 2 strikers alongside each other, which is exciting to see.
Here is Stacey John for Swansea City. Great first touch. Knocks it wide. Emily Thomas.
Yeah, Emily showing, you know, control there as a young player, you know, didn't panic.
The ball up towards Amy Deacon. So the free kick goes in favour of Cardiff City, fouled by Chloe Chivers in midfield. And we spoke earlier, Kath, in terms of Chloe Chivers. Good to see her back to full fitness, but an obvious foul there.
Yeah, just a little bit late, but listen, you know, every player who plays against Chloe Chivers will be aware and a little bit apprehensive. She can hit the ball, she's the best technical player I've seen in this league by a country mile. Should be playing at a high level, but, you know, it's great to see her, you know, enjoying her football again, because she's one heck of a talent.
Early touches for 16-year-old Grace Olsen in the goal. And also returning is Hannah Power from a period of maternity.
Yeah, you know, wonderful to see, you know, Hannah back. You know, it's great achievement being a mum, and I know she wants to balance that with her football, and hopefully the club have shown that support towards her during her maternity time.
Cardiff City still looking strong, having won 6 of their 8 opening fixtures, drawing 1 and losing 1, that opening fixture of the season at Park Hall against TNS.
You know, you look now at this game, Mike, Cardiff City haven't gone over the halfway line.
No.
You know, Swansea are very disciplined in their shape and their structure. You know, although Cardiff have had possession, they haven't done anything with it.
And it's the long ball looking for Amy Deacon, and Deacon is going to get there first, and she's confident with a shot. And an opportunity for Chloe Chivers in the box. Can she turn? She shoots. Excellent save by Olsen. And this is Amy Deacon, but she can't finish, and it's cleared for a corner by Fionn Price. Great strike by Amy Deacon, and a great save by 16-year-old Grace Olsen also.
Well, to be fair to Amy Deacon, she's hit that across the keeper, which is the best thing to do, knowing full well.
Well, first corner of the evening to the home team, and it's floated in towards the far post, towards Steph Turner. This is Jess Williams competing in the 18-yard box. Bodies go to ground. And it was Jess Williams and Hannah Power.
Yeah, I think it was the right decision, to be fair. You know, Hannah Power, nice and brave. They lost the ball in flight, but Hannah Power was definitely the favourite to get that second ball in, and, you know, just an obvious foul, really.
But a first shot at goal, Kath, and it was an excellent opportunity, and Amy Deacon's technique was superb there.
Yeah, I'll take credit for that, Mike, because she's in Clic Academy, obviously, but, you know, the day-to-day work we do with her. But no, she's a very, very promising player. And we must remember, she's 17, playing, you know, 90 minutes of football in a women's league. So let's not forget that.
First touch for Amelia Fawkins. Signed by Izzy Taylor to strengthen the goalkeeping position. And it's been a good record for Swansea City. They've scored 27, only conceded 10 in 8 games. This is a real test for them today. It was a comfortable win down at the Cardiff City Stadium for the Bluebirds earlier in the season in September. But an opportunity here for Swansea with important, influential players missing for the champions. There's a free kick, a foul on Fiona Barry in midfield.
You know, and there's another player, you know, who stood out, Barry. You know, she's massively contributed to this team in an attacking form, you know, very confident technically, and another great addition to this league.
Well, 8 minutes played here at the Swansea.com. Cross in, Billingham was closest to it. Ball was flicked on from the cross.
She looked offside to me, Billingham, you know, but linesman has not given that.
Rejoined Cardiff City after a period with Cheltenham Town. Scored the winner in the Welsh Cup final in 2022.
Yeah, she's a threat, Billingham, you know, and that's the first cross we've seen to test the defensive work of Swansea.
Ball was helped on there by Niamh Jenkins, very strong in the air. Loose pass, and here's Chivers looking for Deacon. Deacon quite get the best first touch there, but she uses her strength, and she's won the ball back, And an important interception by Hannah Power.
You know, what a ball by Chloe Chivers. Nobody else is able to do that. You know, Amy Deacon did really well.
And nobody hanging back here, and it's Michaela Cook for Cardiff City sprinting away. Two trying to close her down. Cook, a tricky winger, cuts inside on her right foot. Ball is charged down, recycled by Kernock, but she's dispossessed. But here's Fionn Price. And it will end with a throw far side.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Amy Deacon now. I'm not sure if she's hurt herself a little bit in that block tackle. I mean, she had every right to go for it. But let's hope she can run that off.
Yeah, no malice in the tackle from Hannah Power. A block tackle. But Amy Deacon, very impressive in the opening minutes here. 18 years of age, ever present this season for Swansea City. 6 goals. She's come closest to putting the home side ahead. Lisa Owen playing in a back 3.
Yeah, Izzy Taylor's trying to get her girls to come up the field more, because they're dropped off now and the distance is a little bit big between the units. And Taylor is encouraging them to just squeeze up, which is correct, because then you apply a lot of pressure to the Cardiff defence, and it puts them in two minds what balls to play.
Power goes long.
Yeah, then they give possession away. Yeah. That's a great tactic.
And it's Chivers, but Olsen gets there first. Grace Olsen, 16 years of age. This is her 3rd consecutive game in the Genero Adran Premier.
Yeah, wonderful achievement for her, to be fair.
She won the under-19s national championships last season. Saved a penalty and scored a penalty in that final against Wrexham.
That's brave.
Long ball looking for Stacey John. And it's touched back by Hannah Power.
Yeah, she did well then, Power, to be fair. You know, I mean, you can kind of lose yourself in where you are and positionally on that field, and she had to make that right. A little glancing header back to the keeper, good communication.
Don't want to put any pressure on 16-year-old Grace Olsen, but the manager, Ian Derbyshire, speaking off camera, was telling me that he expects her to go all the way, expects her to represent Wales.
Well, you know, from an experience point of view, we need a lot more goalkeepers, you know, coming through the system. So, yeah, that's great to hear.
And wasn't it great to see Sophia Middleton-Patel performing so well midweek for Manchester United?
Yeah, lovely. You know, she's waited. I think we've all kind of aired our concerns as thinking that she needs to move. But, yeah, she had her chance.
Ian Derbyshire, probably one of the most successful managers in domestic women's football in Wales. He's going for a 4th consecutive championship, won the treble 2 years ago, a double this last season.
Now, Swansea did so well then to get out of that corner, real good passage of play, but then they just kick the ball anywhere. You must be disciplined in the back there just to find a player. All the hard work was done.
Billingham to Power. Lisa Owen free on the right-hand side. Into the feet of Barry. She's continued her run. Lisa Owen.
Yeah, Lucy Finch needs to get tighter there. She's nowhere in no man's land unless you can touch the player. Then you're not applying any pressure, so, you know, that needs to be addressed there.
Cardiff City snapping at the heels of the Swansea players. Ball played long, looking to spread it out to the dangerous Stacey John. John looking to take on the defender Lisa Owen. Cardiff win it back and win a free kick as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, Stacey John Davis was unfortunate there. The space was on that outside and she tried to do that, in fairness. But, you know, it was a definite foul. And once again, you know, Fiona Barry showing her strength on that ball, as well as technical ability to keep the ball close to her feet. Yeah. Great play. It's a great game. It's a great game as regards of it's a little bit of cat and mouse, a little bit of chess.
Ball inadvertently reaches Cardiff City's player, and Lisa Owen on the overlap is caught offside.
Yeah, great line from Swansea. In fairness, what I would say is that I haven't seen as much discipline in the Swansea structure this season, and I've watched them multiple times, so this is great progress. I think Taylor, you know, as a manager, has taken time, obviously, do you know what I mean, to put her own stamp on this performance, but there's definite discipline and structure to her play.
She certainly put a stamp on things here at the Swansea.com. Had an opportunity from March onwards with the departure of Jamie Sherwood, taking over in May, and has had a really good run towards the end of last season, albeit in the bottom 4, but she's won 6 out of 8.
It's hard, you know, it's a tough old job. You know, these managers are not full-time, you must remember that. They've got a full-time job as well to deal with, so, you know, it's not easy. It's a huge commitment.
One of the most medalled domestic players. I think she's won 6 championships, 3 Welsh Cups, 3 trophies. Incredible record Izzy Taylor has, and great knowledge of the league, which is required here.
And also, she's a female in the female game, you know, which is what we want to encourage. We want female coaches to, you know, to take charge of women's teams.
Kerry Wall-Clic, another important player in that midfield for Cardiff City alongside Fiona Barry.
Definite foul there by Wall-Clic. It's a bit late, a bit clumsy. Now we need good service here now by Williams, because at the moment she's squandered a few long balls. They haven't been accurate, and she needs to make sure that she can find a diagonal, nice depth on this ball.
Jess Williams, the captain, didn't quite get the depth that Kath Morgan was talking about there.
No, and that's technique, you know, that's technical ability not to get under the ball. And it is hard to do, don't get me wrong, but what you need is Chloe Chivers to take it and Chloe Chivers to receive it.
That's right. Here's Amy Deacon coming deep to get the ball. She goes to ground and wins the free kick.
Yeah, excellent strength once again, and that all comes down to, Mike, her first touch. You know, the ball is bouncing, she's got her body in between the player and the ball, she's taken great first touch and then allows that foul to come in, so that's good awareness from Deacon there. 2
fouls by Kerry Wall-Clic in succession there, but certainly of the players on show, it's Amy Deacon that's caught the eye in this first 16 minutes.
Yeah, you know, she's learning, she's, you know, developing here, but this is the right place for it to be at the moment, you know. Playing 90 minutes every single week is invaluable.
3 in the wall, here comes Chivers. Chivers goes for goal. It's a comfortable save for Grace Olsen, but the confidence that Chivers has to go for goal from 30 yards. Yeah,
I've watched her a couple of times, you know, do the same, and I've given her a row on the side of the pitch. You know, you look at that situation here, the angle was just not right. You know, she needed to go high and to the right of the keeper there, but I'll give her a row later.
Hannah Power caught in possession, and it's Chivers again. She slides in, wins the ball. Bit of an altercation between the two on the ground, and it's Chivers again. Closes down.
You know, I mean, I've worked with Chivers for maybe 6-7 years, and this is the fittest I have seen her. You know, she's running more freely, as you would say, you know, and you would never see Chloe doing 2 or 3 attempts there to keep that ball in. So, you know, she must be in a good place physically and mentally.
Well, yeah, she started every game in the Genero Adran Premier, and it's so good to see, because she's got so much talent, suffered with injuries.
Oh, yeah, 2 ACL injuries, you know, within 3 years, and yeah, it's heartbreaking, you know. It's we've tried to support her on that journey, and it's lovely to see her come back.
Loose pass from the Cardiff City captain.
I think Izzy Taylor will be the happiest of the managers, I must say. Yeah, definitely. You know, they've had lots of possession. You know, haven't really tested the keepers yet.
Swansea knocks it wide. It's Thomas. Oh, but the cross, not the best.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is the right idea, you know, to go down the side on a 1v1 is the right decision, but then you need, you know, better technical ability to just lift that ball in. You've got 3 or 4 players running in. You know, she's definitely made the right decision. She's looked up, to be fair. She's just got under the ball a little bit too much.
And she did really well there because she had the pace to go past Fionn Price.
Oh, she is very quick, Emily. You know, yeah, she's great talent again. Local girl.
Nice to see a good crowd here at the Swansea.com supporting the Genero Adran Premier. It is a South Wales derby after all.
Yeah, and you've got to credit Swansea City. There was a lot of games underneath you know, in the stand below me. Lots of little football games that all the girls, loads and loads of girls teams are here. So yeah, it's wonderful to see.
Good encouragement for the younger age groups, and with the aim of getting into the first team. And here come Cardiff City down the left-hand side. Across is Ellie Lake. And Lake clears, but only as far as Billingham. Billingham spreads it wide to Lisa Owen. Owen has space in front of her, chooses the pass to Michaela Cook. Cook, a tricky winger, but a loose pass, and she's closed down and an opportunity to counter-attack. But across comes Power. And Lisa Owen has continued her run, but the ball is too far in front of Kernock, and Fawkins can collect.
Yeah, square ball there by Cook. You know, it's easily cut out by Swansea defence there, so they'll be disappointed with that.
Stacey John hasn't really had the opportunity with the ball to feet so far. And immediately she gets the ball, Kath, she's almost surrounded by blue shirts.
Yeah, but that's good, because I think Izzy Taylor's doing that in order for Cardiff to double up on it, which means there'll always be space somewhere else. So, you know, I just think it's, you know, Stacey John Davis can play anywhere. And we've seen that with Izzy Taylor, using her in different roles. Maybe last season we'd only ever see her play up front, you know. Now Swansea have multiple options.
Coming up to halfway through the first half, still 0-0 here at the Swansea.com stadium between the teams second and third, with Wrexham winning 6-1 at Pontypridd. But here come the Swans, and it's Stacey John trying to thread that ball through the Cardiff City defenders. But that's a great ball by Billingham, knocking it wide, and she's there to collect as well. The pass is loose in the box. Barry putting pressure on Jess Williams, and it will be a throw to Cardiff City. And that was excellent play by Fiona Barry.
Yeah, great counter-attack in football. Again, you look at the accuracy of the pass, and that's what makes it for Cardiff. You know, it was inaccuracy from Swansea, and then Cardiff, you know, jumped on that, and then just transition was really accurate. Fair play.
Well, we are halfway through this first half. You spoke a little bit earlier that you thought Izzy Taylor would be the happier of the two. What do you reckon now, Kath?
Yeah, no, I still think it's fine. Yeah. You know, I don't. The Swansea keeper hasn't had a save to make.
Yeah.
And I think shape and structure is what Taylor will be happy with. You know, Cardiff have found it difficult to penetrate through the lines. It'll take a mistake, Mike. It'll take a mistake by an individual.
Well, it's a foul on Helen Evans, a new signing from TNS.
It's a long way to travel.
It's a foul by your student there, Amy Deacon, putting it about.
Yeah, well, you know, you've got to have all the attributes. We don't mind that.
Eve Jenkins with the pass. It's a nice pass into the feet of Lisa Owen. Not so good there.
Yeah, too slow. That ball was too slow going into Michaela Cook then.
You can see how deep Stacey John is being forced back, and this is Michaela Cook trying to cut inside. Ball loose, recycled by Cardiff City, probably their best period of the match so far. This is Jenkins.
Yeah, Swansea need to be disciplined here, you know, no errors, make good decisions, clear lines.
Power into the feet of Walcott. Walcott clips it over the head of Lucy Finch. Ooh, but coming together there.
Oh, that is a foul. That is a foul for me.
Now Finch has stayed down here.
Ooh.
What do you make of that, Kath?
I'm gobsmacked at that. Nobody. I mean, the linesman was literally 2 yards away. You know, it's a foul. It's a blue ball. It's a free kick to Cardiff City. That's a dreadful tackle, and Finch has hurt herself. And in all fairness, Michaela Cook did not appeal for that. I'm absolutely surprised.
She took a real swipe at her there.
Yeah, but she's hurt her hip, I think, because she's
landed quite awkwardly.
And lunged hard. And to be fair to Cook, she didn't even appeal, which the linesman is 3 yards away. Yes. The referee is on point. Surely they can see. I mean, yeah.
It was right in front of the linesman, Matthew Johnson.
I think maybe Cardiff just felt that we're going to get the corner anyway, but for me, it was a clear free kick.
Well, Wales's final qualifying match is on Tuesday evening, and we'll have it all live here on Scorio. It's Wales versus North Macedonia. Wales requiring the win. A narrow 1-0 victory in Liechtenstein yesterday. But they will need all 3 points to secure second place and a favourable playoff draw. You were working yesterday on the Liechtenstein's game. What did you make of the performance, Kath?
Very disappointing, Mike, yes, I'm going to say. I mean, everybody can talk about, you know, it's a difficult place to go, but ultimately, you're playing against part-time players. At the minute, we are not playing well as a national team. You know, we can hide behind it, we can give excuses, but for me as individuals, I'm not seeing it. And is that good enough to warrant a second place for me? Probably not. Now we've lost Ampadu and Jordan James in midfield. You know, it's going to be a difficult night on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill task for Craig Bellamy's team on Tuesday night. North Macedonia having drawn twice with Belgium as well. They're an impressive outfit. Back here at the Swansea.com. First corner of the evening for Cardiff City. They floated in towards the penalty spot. That's quite an easy one to defend, isn't it, when the ball is in the air for so long, would you agree?
Yeah, but again, great defensive work by Swansea City. You know, you have to credit their ability to just clear lines. It's simple football, but it's very effective.
And that ball is short, and Amy Deacon feeds Chivers. Chivers, not a lot of support around her. She has to go through 3 defenders, and between them, they nick the ball off Chloe Chivers. I'm sure she had it in her mind there to go for goal. Ball played forward. Fawkins is there to clear. Clears long.
Yeah, to be fair, I think Chivers would have shot if she was a tiny little bit further.
Yeah.
But in fairness, she did the right thing. She couldn't go anywhere. You know, she was looking around for support. Deacon was on her left-hand side, but Chloe'd already moved to the right-hand side, so then the options were limited. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. When it takes 3 players to pinch the ball off you, that's fine.
And they work together as a team there, Deacon and Chloe Chivers, to nick that ball in the first place. Ball from the back, but there's too much on that one, and it skids across this wet turf here at the Swansea.com.
Yeah, it's a straight ball there, Mike, and a straight ball doesn't work. It has to be angled, otherwise it will always run through to the keeper.
Nice play by Ellie Lake, feeding Emily Thomas. The cross is in towards Deacon. It's slightly behind the centre forward. It's easy for Cardiff City to clear. I think the players have got a little bit more time on the ball than they think. Fawkins goes long. Good first. Now Lucy Finch has gone to ground here, and I think she was the full-back, and I don't... Oh, it could be a hamstring this time.
No, I think it's a hip.
It is the same injury, is it?
It's the same injury, I think, yeah. I think she's holding her left hip.
Well, the foul has been given. We've played 28 minutes here at the Swansea.com. Swansea City 0, Cardiff City 0.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but you know, Finch ultimately has injured herself there. You know, it was a reckless tackle. Thankfully, Michaela Cook was not hurt, but Finch has hurt herself, and Caitlin Williams looks as if she's coming on. She's normally a centre-back. I will say another ex-colleague had come out, product of the Football Academy.
You have got a production line down there for the Genero Adran Premier.
I know. I should get paid for that, but never mind. Yeah, but we just see that again, you know, Finch was always going to probably win the ball, but she's taken a swipe and landed heavily on that hip, you know. Michaela Cook, to be fair, was nothing in that for her, but yeah, she is devastated, Finch, and that's what happens.
Yeah, and she is forced off. So Lucy Finch will have to leave the field, and she will be replaced by number 20, Caitlin Williams. A disappointing end to Lucy Finch's afternoon. Support there from Izzy Taylor. On comes Caitlin Williams, 22 years of age, joined in January from Gwalia United. A lot of players moving around between Swansea City, Cardiff City and Gwalia United.
Yeah, you know.
Studying to be an occupational therapist, which is interesting.
Oh, she's a great...
Long ball, and it's straight into the hands of Amelia Falking.
She's a great person, Caitlin, you
Yeah.
know, really good servant for women's football, and yeah, you know, gives everything to the game.
Oh, ball played forward is a good little run there by Chloe Chivers. She acknowledges the pass.
Yeah. It was a great ball, to be fair, and that's good, you know, as you put your hand in the air to just show to people that I appreciate that ball, and next time, you know, I'll do my best to get there.
Well, half an hour played. Swansea 0, Cardiff City 0. The closest we've come to a goal is Amy Deacon's shot on the run, well saved by Olsen. And a foul in the centre circle. Obviously, Kath Morgan doesn't agree with that decision.
Oh.
The foul on Helen Evans.
I think that was extreme. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Well, you were a defender.
1-0 to the referees. Sorry, ref. I wasn't. Yeah, I was very vocal when I was a player. Not that you'd even think that, but sorry, ref. You win that one.
Oh, a mistake there. Misunderstanding. And it's Ellie Lake. Lake, opportunity to cross into the feet there of Chloe Chivers. Lake will get another opportunity. Oh, and the ball. Oh, and there's a head injury there.
Yeah, it's got to stop.
And it was Sammy Wynn with a snapshot, but it's taken Jenkins out, I think.
Yeah.
And she's fallen to the floor, and the play is suspended immediately.
Yeah, that ball has hit her flush in the face there. You could hear it, but what great play by Swansea. You know, wonderful play, you know, building momentum. I mean, safety is paramount, obviously. The game has to be stopped, which is the right decision. But Izzy Taylor will be devastated that you know, that has happened, because Swansea were on a very good attacking pattern there.
Yeah, you're right there. Sammy Wynn is lingering around there. I think she's making sure that Niamh Jenkins is okay.
You know, and this is where I am adamant that there should be a neutral doctor checking. You know, it's a blow to the face or to the side of the temple. You know, I'm assuming Niamh Jenkins will get up and carry on. But for me, you look at the rugby protocol, you know, there should be a neutral doctor. They should be off for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Try to just safeguard, because, you know, I mean, how do we know what the symptoms are going to be in 10 minutes, 20 minutes time? You know, that is the problem in football in general, I think.
Well, Ellie Lake started that attack for Swansea City.
Yeah, she did very, very well, to be fair. So great contribution there. And her pass into Amy Deacon was a real great pass. Just Amy could not just get hold of that ball.
And there will be a drop ball, but it'll be Swansea City in possession, as the ball had deflected out to Amy Thomas. Oh, and it's a strike on the half volley by Chloe Chivers. Well, this is exactly what she can do from anywhere on the pitch. She is so dangerous. Look at this technique.
outside of the right foot. You just needed someone at the far post then just to tap the ball in. But yeah, great play by Chavez.
Now, some people would say, oh, that's not fair, but I don't mind that, because Swansea City were in possession when Niamh Jenkins was injured.
Why would you give the ball back?
And it's Amy Deacon again inside the box, but the ball is cleared. But I think I'm right in saying, Kath, the only person on the pitch that could have done that skill and executed it as it was is Chloe Chivers.
Yeah, she's unbelievable talent.
This is good period of play for Swansea City. 12 minutes to half-time.
Yeah, they'll want to score now, before the half-time, because I think they deserve it. They'll be disappointed not to go in, 0-0, not have scored. Sorry, Mike, to interrupt.
No, it's fine. It's just that the game needs a goal. There's a lot of good play, isn't there?
I think, for me, I watch a lot of these games, and this is the best technical performance I have seen from teams. Obviously the surface is helping, isn't it? The occasion is helping, the crowd and things, but then that's great. This is the standard that you want to build towards, because for youngsters this league is perfect, to develop youngsters, 17, 18 years of age, because we're still waiting for our first player in this league to represent Wales.
Yes.
And we want that gap to close.
Ball played wide to Lisa Owen.
Yeah, you look at Stacey John Davis there, made no attempt to win the ball, because otherwise she'd have jumped out of her disciplined shape. So she just puts pressure on. That means the Cardiff are wondering why Stacey John Davis is not making a tackle, but it's because they need to keep their shape and structure.
Murray has time to turn. Ellie Lake, but she will go back, and that's light, slightly short, and sliding in was Kernock, and that the foul has been awarded. Stud showing, I think, on the goalkeeper by Laura Kernock. Goodness me, that was dangerous pass.
Even though the pitch has been watered, we've seen, Mike, 3 or 4 under-hit passes, haven't we, by the players, So that you have to learn that you need to over-hit things, especially in a situation where you're putting your goalkeeper under pressure. In fairness, the keeper did really well, but yeah, Lake needs to take a little bit more responsibility on that one.
Caitlin Williams, the substitute, tries to thread that ball through the thirds.
Force in play. You don't need to force play, just find the white shirt.
Barry. Again, Ellie Lake is in. Stacey John helping out the defenders. That's good play by Swansea. A little bit lucky, or unlucky there, as Murray. John can't skip past her opponent there, and that's the one thing perhaps you haven't seen from Swansea yet this afternoon, is Stacey John on the ball, attacking the defender and able to go past her.
Yeah, I just think that, obviously she's playing in a position that is not, I think Amy Deacon is winded here, I think. Unless, I'm hoping she's not holding her hamstring. No, hands on head means that, well,
there's Fiona Barry there holding the back of her calf, and I really hope that Amy Deacon isn't hurting too much, because she's been really impressive in this first half. Yeah,
she's insinuating that it's a rib issue there. She's been clattered about a few times, obviously, and it happens. So that restricts your breathing if you get hurt in the ribs. So I'm assuming that she's finding it difficult to catch her breath. But
well, you can see the results of this afternoon's games in the Genero Adran Premier going through there. Barrytown 2, Aberystwyth Town 1. Isaac had put Aberystwyth ahead, but goals from Turner and Harris turned that game around. A comfortable win for Wrexham at Pontypridd, putting them top. 6 goals, including goals by Suckley and Hillier Knox. A really exciting encounter at Park Hall, where TNS ran out 3-2 winners. Britain Ferry ahead twice in that match. So Swansea down to 10 players temporarily. They win that ball back again. And it's Caitlin Williams inside to Chivers. Caitlin Williams has continued her run, but across comes Fionn Price.
But that's better play from Caitlin Williams, you know, more assured, more measured. You know, I think Chloe Chivers was asking a bit much then for Williams to keep her run, but you know, Amy Deacon's back on the field now, which is a good thing. You know, she just needs to get through the next 7 minutes and then she can have treatment during half-time. She will not want to leave this field.
I think Cardiff City will settle for 0-0 at half-time. Swansea having the better of the opportunities, not really able to capitalise and put enough pressure on the young goalkeeper Grace Olsen, forced into a double save early on from Amy Deacon, and that's the closest that we've come to a goal.
Yeah, you know, great interception there from Emily Thomas, but she needs more composure. She's won the ball. You know, you need to check your shoulder to see who's around you. Chivers was in front of her there, so it's a great interception, but can you then keep possession of the ball?
Swansea on a good run, 5 games, 5 wins in the last 5 games. But here's Fiona Barry driving forward, but Stacey John doing her defensive work well, keeping possession for Swansea. Turn it back to Forking. She clears over halfway. Neve Jenkins steps in, feeds Michaela Cook past Williams. She has the pace to beat her. She continues her run into the box. Good run by Michaela Cook, but runs into a wall of 3 Swansea City players, and between them they clear. And again a super touch by Chloe Chivers on the run, head up looking for Deacon, and Deacon can't quite get that first touch right, but you could see again the quality from Chivers, the first touch and the vision looking for the next pass.
Breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. You know, you must credit Michaela Cook. What a wonderful run on that left-hand side for Cardiff City. Did her utmost to try and get past the last defender. Wonderful defending. They hunted in packs, 3 white shirts surrounded her, and Chivers receives that ball on the turn, you know, with a first touch that, you know, young girls and boys need to copy.
Well, it's been a pleasure to watch her play today, seeing her at full fitness. Here's Turner into Emily Thomas. Again, Deacon goes to ground. Jordan Harmon, our referee, perfectly placed. Ball played through. It's a foot race, but Ellie Lake gets there first.
And I think that's what will separate these two, Mike. It's mistakes, individual errors, you know, and players taking their opportunities because it's so tight.
Well, 18-year-old Maddie Murray concedes the free kick this time. Oof.
Well, we normally hear Cardiff City supporters, Mike, don't we, all through the 90, but they've been quiet. They're to the right of us at the minute. Now they're singing, but in fairness, we haven't really heard them.
Free kick to Cardiff City. It's floated towards the far post. And in at the back there was Michaela Cook.
Yeah,
it was Caitlin Williams who let it run there.
Yeah, but I genuinely think that, you know, Caitlin understood that the ball was going to go too high anyway. So, you know, it was a very difficult situation for Cook to control.
Only lost once at home this season, Swansea City, against Wrexham, but they're being...
Yeah, and that's my point. That is what will separate these two teams, an individual error there. So, you know, you've got to be composed. You know, you must make sure, you know, Jess Williams there's no need to do that.
Olsen confidently clears. Ellie Lake looks up. And she's in trouble here. She needs a bit of support, Ellie Lake. And she's done well. Two minutes to half time. nothing to separate the teams. Kernock on, opportunity here, left the ball behind Michaela Cook, and it gives Swansea City defenders the opportunity to get the tackle in. A great opportunity, probably the best of the match so far.
Yeah, Caitlin Williams, what a wonderful tackle. Cook was in. Cook was beyond that defender, and Williams had to do a lot of work there. Great defensive work.
Swansea a little bit lucky there to escape, because Michaela Cook, normally when the ball is in front of her,
well, you could
see such pace.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could see the change of pace. You know, it was immediate, to be fair, and she's been a threat.
There will be added time at the end of the first half. There have been injuries, particularly to Lucy Finch, who's had to leave the field. Well, final seconds of the 3/4 of an hour. Kath, what do you think will need to be said in the changing rooms at half-time?
I just think for both sides is to be clinical in the final third. You know, that hasn't happened yet. Decisions have not been correct. You know, Chivers will want the ball.
Oh, super pass to the feet of Stacey John. Can she keep it in? She can, in towards the near post where Emily Thomas was lurking. But again, good hands from Grace Olsen. Confirmation there will be 5 added minutes at the end of the first half. Stacey John, the first time we've seen her free on this left-hand side.
Yeah,
clipped the cross in.
Yeah, and a wonderful ball by Chivers, obviously. But, you know, she did really well, Stacey John Davis there, to get to that ball. He was running away from her, and unfortunately just couldn't get enough power on the wraparound to cross it. But, you know, great play. For me, Stacey John Davis is... Her role today is more defensive than attacking.
Now, Cardiff City asking for a free kick for a foul on Michaela Cook.
It did look to be a block, but referee didn't say anything there, you know.
Oh, beautiful play by both of them.
Well, they're both so experienced, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And they know each other's games inside out. They've been playing together, you know, for a long time.
There's a range of passing from Chloe Chivers, right foot, left foot.
Well, she could do a edit clips, couldn't we? You know, could. From this game and sell it around the world. I think is a good idea.
She needs an agent.
Oh, I know one.
Here's Stacey John on the ball in the time added for injuries at the end of this first half. Second South Wales derby of the season. Space in front of Stacey John, trying to get her head up. Can she turn? Oh, lovely skill. Walcott across. Ball played forward again, trying to thread the ball through the Swansea City defenders towards Kernock. It's Chivers again. Chivers volleys high, but too much on it this time. Lovely 360 turn here, Kath.
Oh, listen, you know, it's just experience, isn't it? Time and place, knowing your surroundings, knowing when and when not to do it.
Cardiff City trying to finish the half strongly. Kernock in the middle. Michaela Cook on the far side. And it's Barry trying to drive through into the box. Good defending.
Yeah, Caitlin Williams, though, made a mistake initially there. You know, she's lost that runner. You have to make sure that there's no point throwing a foot in, just hoping you make a tackle, because then that player gets momentum. So she needs to be closer and time her tackle better, but Jess Williams helped her out then.
2 of the 5 minutes remain at the end of this first half. Really cagey half. Oh, it's a shot.
She's offside.
And this is Cook.
No.
Is she in his offside position?
Yeah.
She is.
2 weeks offside, miles offside.
And the goal is disallowed, but a snapshot from outside the box. Michaela Cook doesn't agree that she's offside.
We'll
Matthew Johnson's flag was up.
We'll show her the monitor. She was miles offside. That's a situation where she's not aware of, you know what I mean, where she is on the field. She's just watched the shot come in and then just followed it, which is natural to do. But, you know, she was at least, wasn't she, 7 yards off?
Well, here's Stacey John. Oh, it's Niamh Jenkins again.
See, that is my point. So she's been hit for the second time in the head in the first half. She's gone to ground immediately. And my question is, where you think of duty of care here, should she have been brought off because she's clearly still, you know, she's clearly suffering from symptoms there?
Well, it's this
the
time
back of the head this time.
Back of the head this time, the side of the temple previously.
Yeah, but that, you know what I mean? Your brain is shaking.
Well, common sense tells you now, Kath, doesn't it?
For me, as a duty of care, she should not be coming out in the second half.
No.
You know, that is a concern. You know, as a coach, it's happened to me. You know, we took players to Italy. It's happened to us. You know, we had no knowledge of what concussion was. You know, we've made poor decisions, and from that experience, she should never, ever be staying on this field now.
Well, head injury assessment is what they call it in rugby terms. She will need to leave the field because this is the second time that she's received treatment for a head injury. Kath Morgan and I both agree here that really Niamh Jenkins should not be coming out for the second half. She looks dazed. She looks slightly confused.
Well, when she went down, Mike, within a second of, you know what I mean, like immediately. That ball put it on her haunches. It's so dangerous. And these players, you know, we say they're professional players. They're not earning enough money to live.
Chivers the pass slightly behind Amy Deacon, but they will get another opportunity. This is Stacey John round the corner, but it's asking a lot of Amy Deacon, and across comes Lisa Owen, but Deacon snapping at the heels of Owen. Cardiff City slightly lucky to come away with the ball, and here comes Niamh Jenkins back up to full complement for Cardiff City. We have played the 5 minutes of added time, but they were playing added time on added time as Wallcliffe. Good tackle.
Great tackle. Wonderful tackle
by Ellie Lake. And this is Emily Thomas, and Thomas is running towards Fionn Price. She's looking around for support. Here's Caitlin Williams. Can they get the cross into the box? They can, but it's headed clear by Helen Evans, and that is the half-time whistle here at the Swansea.com. Swansea City 0, Cardiff City 0, and Stacey John has stood out alongside Chloe Chivers and Amy Deacon. Michaela Cook will be frustrated. A disallowed goal for offside. Amy Deacon the closest Swansea City have come, but half-time here at the Swansea.com. It's Swansea City 0, Cardiff City 0.
Dyna ni felly, y ddau dîm yn gadael y cae yn gwbl gyfartal ac ynghyd-destun yr hyn sydd wedi bod yn digwydd yn y tymor diwetha. Mae hwnna'n dipyn o blian yn het Abertawe, fod yn hollol onest gyda chi, mae'n mor gystadleuol tu ar y brig tymor yma. Synwyddion da i bawb sy'n gwylio, ddim y hanner gorau, ond digon i ddod yn yr ail hanner, digon i ddod yn ystod yr egwyl hefyd, gan i'n drafod y cyfan. Cyn hynny, dewch i ni edrych yn ôl, mae'n gyfnod rhyngwladol, tîm dan 11 Cymru yn cael sylw gyda ni, a'i gêm nhw yn erbyn Belarus nos Wener. Dewch i wylio hyn.
Nid yn unig mae'r gêm yn cael ei chwarae tu ôl i ddrysau caeedig, mae hefyd yn cael ei chwarae tu allan i wlad Belarus ac yn cael ei chwarae yma yn y stadiwm yng Nghori yng wlad Georgia. Arbediad arbennig, arbediad arall da, ac yn y diwedd mae Crew yn mynd amdani, a mae'r golwr wedi gwneud yn gampus unwaith, ddwywaith, deir gwaith.
Wel, mae'n cyfle yn y diwedd fan hyn, a mae'n cael broech cryf iawn at hon, a wedyn mae'n lan ar ei drad yn gyflym, a wedyn Crew yn ergydio mewn i'r llawr, a mae'n just yn lwpian lan, ond cyfle fyna i Gymru.
Wel, Andrews, Ashford a Crew yn gweld y golwr yn arbed yr ergydion. Nawr fe oedodd Giles fanna, ac mae'r fantes yn ddiamheuol gael ei chymryd gan Mielowski. Camgymeriad yn wreiddiol yn amddiffynol, yr rhoi'r bel iddo fo. A mae Mielowski am y 4ydd tro yn sgorio dros i wlad. A Cymru ar ei hôl i, o gol i ddim.
Pan mae chi'n rhoi meddiant i ffwrdd, yn aml mae'r cyfleuon yn dod oherwydd bod chi allan o safle, a ni nawr wedi gweld yn digwydd o'n flaenau ni fan hyn. Ni wedi gweld yn digwydd, a ni wedi gweld nawr Belarus yn cosbi Cymru am y camgymeriadau yna yn y cefn.
Mielowski yn cosbi. Mae hwnna'n gyfeisiad da i mewn, ac oedd y peniad gan y sgoriwr. Mielowski yn dod yn agos eto.
Ti'n fawr, maen nhw yn peryglus, yn bob tro maen nhw'n mynd mewn i trydydd olaf Cymru, maen nhw yn fel sy'n nhw'n creu y cyfleuon, neu'r hanner cyfleuon yma.
Fawr i wedmygu yn yr hanner cynta. Cymru o bosib yn ddiolchgar, mae dim ond un oddi, ond fe alle Cymru fod wedi sgorio hefyd. Cwchko. Heibio ddi chydig bach yn rhy hawdd, mae'n eithon ni nôl. A doedd na ddim amheuaeth nad oedd Chepenkov yn mynd i ddyblu mantes Belarus. A mae raid i chi ddeud, oedd amddiffyn Cymru fanna mor wan, oedd hyn rhy hawdd.
Yn unwaith i fe dod tuag at y llinell gol, ti o hyd yn gwybod bod e'n mynd i tynnu fe nôl, a mae'r amddiffynwyr wedyn yn rhoi gormod o le fan hyn i Setnikov, a fe yn gorffen yn hawdd yn y diwedd.
Ashford. Crew yn mynd i hun. O leodd i ar y targed, o leodd rhaid i'r golwr wneud arbediad.
Oedd hwnna'n weddol anodd i'r golwr. Y can edrych yn weddol llithrig, a hwnna just yn glanio flaen y golwr. Ti'n meddwl, just angen i fe fod falle tuag at y postyn pella na yn fwy, fel bod e'n hala'r golwr i wneud bach yn fwy. Ond o leia ergyd ar y gol, hanner cyfle, angen i Cymru i defnyddio hwnna nawr fel i medru sbardino rhywbeth o fewn y perfformiad yma.
O, mae'n ymdach wych! A dyna gloi y gêm. Yr ergyd gan Pechwra ymlaen fel eilydd, a mae wedi sgorio am y trydydd tro dros i wlad, a mae ar ben ar Gymru nawr, ac os yna gol sy'n heiddi coroni buddigoliaeth, da ni'n ei gwylio i fan hyn.
Dod mewn ar ei drod chwith, chrymanu'r bel, ond dim chrymannu yn araf, ond gyda pŵer, ac yn neud un anodd dros ben i Benjamin.
Unwaith eto, cyfle arall i ddau'r bel mewn. O, mae yna sawl opsiwn, a un sgoriwr yn ei gadael i sgoriwr arall ar ergyd yn y diwedd gan Chepenkov, ond y ffigiad cyn hynny gan Pechwra, ac oedd Cymru'n lwcus fanna. Twyric yr eilydd yn ei tharo ymlaen, o, mae yna gyfle am drydedd, a mae honna yn mynd ar ochr iawn o'r bar o safbwynt Cymru, a Chepenkov yn afradu'r cyfle i gael ei ail gol, ond pas drwy'r canol rhy hawdd.
Amddiffyn Cymru yn rhoi gormod y gwagledd o fe fyna'r hanner cyfle yn dod unwaith eto.
Mae yna wersi i'w dysgu, ac un wers ydi pidiwch ddau'r bel i ffwrdd, os da chi'n golwr o'r ymylchor cosbi, felly sawl opsiwn, ac yn y diwedd yr ergyd braidd yn wyllt gan yr eilydd Simonenka. Ond mae'n anodd iawn ar Gymru. Maen nhw'n edrych di blino, a mae hyder nhw i weld wedi diflannu. Da gan Popov, mynd i hun! Ardderchog ganddo fo. Dyna mae'n gallu ddeud, a dyna pa mor rai yn syni bod o heb ddechrau'r gêm yma.
Gwych, hynny fe, bel yn dod mewn iddo fe troi arbennig, a wedyn mae'n cael ergyd dda ar y bel. Dyw e heb cael lot o gyfleoedd Popov i fod yn teg, ond nath e'n arbennig fyna.
Popov yn fawr. Chyfo miss Popov yn Rent-A-Ghost. Ond oedd Popov methu'r ergyd, felly miss Pop na. Sef wedi allu joc. Dim ond fi hyn, fi fi'n cofio Rent-A-Ghost. Ta beth, nawn ni drafod y gêm yma yn ytrach na rhaglenni plant o'r 80au neu'r 70au hyd yn oed. Falle da ni drafod rhaglenni plant yn lle trafod y hanner cyntaf. Fi'n bod yn yn angharedig fan yna. Reit, di-sgwr. Mae Gwenan ar goll. Nawn ni drafod y pêl-droed. Beth am yr hanner cyntaf na?
Ie, jyst bach yn siomedig o ran y safon. Digon o falle chwarae yn y cefn gan Caerdydd, ond methu adeiladu wedyn heibio mewn i'r trydydd o mysorol gyda unrhyw fath o safon. A Abertawe, falle cyfleoedd cynnar, ddim wedi cymryd reina, a wedyn eto'r un peth bach yn fler yn y canol, diffyg cywirder pasio.
Oedd hi'n 2-0 i Gaerdydd yn y gêm ddetha, ac yn 2-0 ar yr egwyl hefyd. Felly, er bod hi ddim y gêm o'r mae hwnna'n dangos rhywbeth o ran Abertawe?
Ydy, chwarae teg, mae'r patrymau a falle disgyblaeth amddiffynol wedi bod yn dda. Maen nhw wedi bod yn gadarn o fewn siap nhw. So gyda 4 llinell o ddau. Maen nhw chwarae fel system bach yn wahanol mewn meddiant i allan o feddiant. A mae hwnna wedi bod yn effeithiol hyd hyn. Mae'r bylchau, maen nhw llwyddo i lleihau'r bylchau i Caerdydd chwarae mewn. Ddim yn siŵr pa mor hyn maen nhw'n mynd i gallu cadw'r dwysau'r redig yna lan, ond mae wedi gweithio hyd hyn.
Gen i weld rhoi y cyfleoedd cynnar na ac Abertawe sy'n i cael nhw. Beth o'n nhw'n gwneud yn dda ar y dechrau ta beth?
Just pel uniongyrchol, defnyddio'r cryfder sydd gyda nhw, sef cyflymder Amy Deacon ac ar y sgelloedd chwaraewyr fel Stacey John hefyd. A fel o'n i'n gallu gweld, mae'n llawn hyder nag ydi Amy Deacon, so oedd hi moyn dim byd arall ond seithi fanna, techneg dda iawn. Grace Olson chwarae teg, golgeidwad ifanc yn gwneud arbediad da, a'r ail arbediad achos mae pawb yn gwybod pa mor dda a technegol mae Chloe Chivers mewn sefyllfaoedd llwyddo i creu bach o waglau hi hun, ond Grace Olson yn effro i'r symudiad.
Unwaith eto, hon yn ddigwyddiad diddorol a Chloe Chivers yn mentro.
Ie, os bys y rhywbeth wedi digwydd yna ar pel yn mynd mewn, ddecyn ni ddim wedi bod o gwmpas y holl awyrgylch o ildio yn y fath ffasiwn yna, achos falle cwestiwn o ran sportsmoniaeth. Ond mae'n rhaid chi mateb, a oedd Chloe Chivers yn amlwg wedi. Amy Deacon just ddim cweith yn barod am y pel yna i roi yng nghefn o roed, ond falle o ran safbwynt y gêm, falle'r peth gorau, fel ni'n gweud, o ran cwestiynau sportsmoniaeth.
Ie, mi fydda yna drafod wedi bod, dwi'n credu, tasau honna di fynd mewn, ond Chloe Chivers mae'n gallu gwneud y pethau yma o bellter. Caerdydd wedyn ni, yn dod mewn iddi ac bendant yn cael cyfleoedd cyn y diwedd. Ie,
adeiladu bach fwy mewn i'r gêm ac yn llwyddo i falle creu problemau gan wasgu'n uwch. Michaela Cook wedi bod yn effro, yn gyflym iawn. O'n i'n teimlo fel bod Caitlin Williams oedd wedi dod arno fel eilydd di ymateb yn dda iawn fan hyn. Just i'r troiad fan'na yn gallu shiftio traed hi'n digon gyflym achos unrhyw beth ble mae'n cam amseru hwnna mae'n mynd i bod yn cico'r smotyn. Ond y cyfle yna'n dod mwy nag unrhyw beth allan o camgymeriad Abertawe, a wedyn oedd Michaela Cook wedi cael cyfle bach arall.
Yn cam sefyll fan hyn?
Ie, agos, ond o'n i'n gweld Sammy Wynn just y cwbl o symudiadau yna reit yn y canol rifoeth Abertawe, just y cwbl o symudiadau olaf yn llwyddo i dal Michaela Cook yn cam sefyll a penderfyniad gywir i fi.
Dyn nhw wedi bod yn dal nôl o ran y taclo, mae'n am felly daclo yn mewn mae eitha tanllid allan yna.
Ydy, fel fes chi'n disgwyl yn amlwg mewn gêm o'r fath yma. Mae wastad mae'r chwaraewyr yn ffrindiau da oddi ar y cae, ond unwaith maen nhw'n gwisgo'r bathodyn yna, a ni'n gwybod y hanes rhwng y dinas y ddau clwb. Sneb moyn colli, a mae hwnna'n amlwg. Ond mae'n neis i weld hefyd, achos dyw'r dyfanw ddim yn chwythu lan, a mae ddim yn gordramatig.
Na, mae wedi bod yn gystadleuol, dim amheuaeth am hynny. Reit, ni'n gymryd saib o'r gêm yma ac edrych yn ôl ar gêm dynion Cymru neithiwr yn Liechtenstein. Gôl i ddim, Jordan James yn chalu. Oedd hi ddim yn gyfforddus, mae'n deg dweud hynny. Dewch chi ni glywed yr ymateb ar ôl y gêm.
Our aim was to come and win here. We needed a win. We know that we were going to have a bit of the ball just because of the way they play and the way that we want to play, and we want to impose ourselves in their game, and we had to be patient, and we showed that. Maybe a little bit at the end we can control the game a little bit better, but we got the win, so that's the most important thing.
Getting that first goal is always tough against these teams. They make it hard, they sit in a block, and we have to try and break them down with different patterns of play. And yeah, we were able to get that first goal in myself, and I felt that, again, we controlled the game for 80% of the game. So, no, we're pleased with the win. We obviously know that the fans want goals. We want goals and goals, but sometimes the game doesn't go like that. So we take the 3 points because that's what's the most important.
How they play as a low block is difficult, even if it was mannequins. Do you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, we won at the end of the day, so 3 points on the board.
Is there an element of frustration, considering the standard of the opposition, that you weren't able to create more out there tonight?
No, we're never going to disrespect and say that we should have scored more. I mean, we're going to put that on ourselves. We know the quality that we have, and we want to score as many goals as we can. So it's always nicer to score more than one, but at the end of the day we got the 3 points there, and then we can build on that after.
We work on getting it wide and the amount of players we have to try and get in the box. And I was able to get in there at the right time, and it fell to me perfectly. I couldn't miss, so they're the best goals. I'm sort of bringing that into my game this season, both at Leicester and now obviously scoring today is a real proud moment.
Gol gynta, Jordan James yw lads, gêm ola, gartre yn erbyn Gogledd Macedonia. Mae'n ymddangos yr olwg gyntaf bod y grŵp yn hollol agored, ond fel oedd May Emrys y sôn yn sylwebeth, mae'n rhaid chi gofio, Gwlad Belg gartre yn erbyn Liechtenstein. Felly, newn ni ddi-ystyru hwnna. Mae angen i Gymru ennill i orffen yn ar ail safle'n sicrhau llwybr haws o ran y gemau ail gyfle. Gymryd o gwestiynau da fi, pwy sy'n mynd i chwarae'n ganol ca? Yn un cwestiwn amlwg. Ni'n gweld Ampadu a Jordan James yn siarad fyna. Y ddau ar goll. Fi'n gwybod mae Bell yn mynd hoffi roi spin ar bethau, ond mae hwnna'n broblem.
O, ys gyda ti boots yn barod, achos fi'n siŵr gei di cyfle.
Fi ddim mor wael o hynny eto.
Na, mae'n problem, a mae'n problem fwy o ran yr agwedd corfforol yna. Mae'r ddau yn ddau iawn ar y bil, fel bys y Sheehan, a mae fe'n dod mewn, ond maen nhw'n gyrru ymlaen o'r canol cae, a ni'n mynd i colli hynna. So yn amlwg fydd rhaid nhw'n mynd nôl i paratoi, edrych ar clipiau a falle just tweakio o ran y system chwarae. Mae wastad yn newid pethau ty beth, ond fydd angen falle bach fwy o creadigrwydd nawr. Ond yn amlwg i'r chwaraewyr sicrhau bod nhw'n dod nôl yn gyflymach i warchod, achos mae'r tîm yma, maen nhw heb colli yn y grŵp. Mae pawb yn di-ystyried nhw, maen nhw'n tîm drefnus, maen nhw'n tîm anodd, a maen nhw'n dda iawn yn gwrthymosod. So mae angen bod ni'n dda iawn yn y siap, yn y disgyblaeth amddiffynol.
Maen nhw'n dda iawn yn cael gemau cyfartal, sef yn union beth maen nhw angen. Dyw Cymru ddim yn dda iawn yn torri tîmau lawr. Oedd e'n broblem yn Liechtenstein. Nawr, mae Gogledd Macedonia yn mynd i roi her debyg i ni, ond maen nhw'n dîm tipyn gwell na Liechtenstein. Sut ni'n torri nhw lawr?
Mae angen symud y bel yn gyflymach, a i fi, a wedys i ddoi yn syth wrth edrych ar y tîm oedd yn chwarae. O'n i methu credu bod dim fwy o chwaraewyr creadigol yn y safleoedd cil yna. Mae angen rhyw fath o creadigrwydd. Symud y bel yn gyflymach, paid roi amser nhw setlo, a gwrth gyferbyniad yn y symudiadau. O'n i'n meddwl oedd Cwmas, Colwell wedi gwneud yn dda, ond nhw'n gweithio off i gilydd yn dda pan deithio nhw arno.
Lot o gwestiynau o ran beth sydd i ddod o ran Bell. Sneb yn mynd i, achos bod y gemau gyfle ddim tan mis Mawrth nesaf, a ni'n mynd i fod yn y gemau gyfle, pen bod ni'n ail neu yn drydydd, sneb yn mynd i feirniadu gormod, ond mae'n teimlo fel bod yna ambell i berson, ambell i far cwestiwn bach dros Craig Bellamy ar hyn o bryd.
Ie, rwy strategaeth mwy nag unrhyw beth fi'n teimlo, achos yn amlwg, y trefoedd oedd y peth pwysig, ond ti'n mynd rhywle fel hynna, ti yn disgwyl perfformiad hefyd, a ni heb cael perfformiad da am spel nawr. Yn amlwg yn chwarae tîmoedd uwch yn penni, ond mae angen bach fwy o cysondeb yn y modd o chwarae. A mae cefnogwyr jyst moyn bod yn cyffroes hefyd.
Ie, mae'n bod yn gyfnod bach diddorol, wedyn ni. Siomedig o ran Cymru, gêm fawr yn erbyn Gogledd Macedonia i ddod. Cofiwch am honna, Cymru'n cwrdd â Gogledd Macedonia. Mae'n fyw ar S4C, byddwn ni gyda chi am 20 munud wedi saith. Falle bod chi'n gweld tu ôl ni, ddim coet gweld tu ôl ni, mae'n chwaraewyr yn ôl ar y cae. Felly yn bryd i Gwennan, faglu ddi, i'r pwynt sylwebu, a ni'n ôl at ein tîm y sylwebu ni.
Well, thank you, Dylan. Yes, welcome back to the Swansea.com and the South Wales derby, the second of the season between Swansea City and Cardiff City. And Cardiff City have made two important changes at the beginning of this second half, bringing on Mackenzie Olden and Meg Bowen. And Meg Bowen will slip into that position at centre-back in place of Niamh Jenkins, who we were concerned regarding head injury at the end of the first half. And Mackenzie Olden is on in place of Laura Kernock, who is a loss for Cardiff City. 15 goals between the two of them. But Mackenzie Olden is on 7 goals this season for her.
Yeah, and I'm glad that is exactly what we're seeing. You know, she should never be coming back out anyway, so Meg Bowen can sit in there. You know, she's experienced enough.
But I'm telling you, it is in fact Laura Wall-Clic that's been taken off. Oh, and the ball is played through towards Mackenzie Olden. You've just seen on the screen there, it's Laura Wall-Clic that has been substituted. So I just took it for granted there, Kath, that
right. You're allowed to do
Jenkins
that,
was the player that had been substituted. Well, goodness me, I must admit, well, both you and I are...
That's not there. That for me, there is no duty of care for this player. No. You know, when you go down twice in a short period of time in the same half, she didn't kind of wait and then go down. She went down immediately. That is alarm bells for me, and Cardiff have you know, big question to answer here, because we might see her not being available for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Or she'll make a mistake.
Well, here comes Olsen. Oh, it's Jenkins there. On the ball play towards Deacon. And it's just past the post. And just as Kath Morgan said, it may be that the injury to Niamh Jenkins could lead to a mistake. Here it is.
Because, Mike, what happens is when your brain is at a shaking like that, your coordination goes. So she's jumped up for the ball, knowing full well that she can't get there, and then that will happen again. Trust me, that will happen again. She'll make another mistake, and then the Swansea might go. I mean, Amy Deacon there, and it was a difficult angle, to be fair to her. The ball was quite high, so she had to try and get that ball down. But trust me, this is not good.
Swansea City win possession back. Emily Thomas, but a poor cross from Thomas. But going back to that passage of play, Niamh Jenkins obviously called for the ball. Grace Olsen came out. Both collided, so another collision for Niamh Jenkins. Amy Deacon had the opportunity to lob the ball in. She attempted to nestle it in the far corner, just past the post. But only 2.5 minutes played. The first opportunity of the half to Amy Deacon, as it was in the first. Sammy Wynn trying to thread the ball through again, but it's through to Grace Olsen. So first talking point of the second half, the collision between Olsen and Niamh Jenkins, surprisingly out for the second half despite 2 head injuries in the first half.
And what will happen now, Mike, is that Izzy Taylor will be telling her players to go and play on Niamh Jenkins, make it difficult for her, yeah, and then that will lead to a mistake.
She's given possession away, the edge of the box again. Here comes Caitlin Williams.
Yeah, poor first touch there from Caitlin.
Swansea win the throw down this right-hand side.
You know, if only Swansea now could look after the ball a little bit better. You know, they're winning all the collisions. They're winning the first ball, they're winning the second ball, but then they're giving it away needlessly. You know, Emily Thomas needs a better cross. Caitlin Williams needs a better touch. Like that.
The touch by Chivers, but it's nicked away by Cardiff City. They play down the channel. And the ball stays in play, and Michaela Cook has the pace. Cook crosses, and the header down is past the post.
Yeah.
Good effort by Helen Evans, trying to direct the header towards goal.
Poor decision there by Jess Williams on that flank then. You know, ball is a free play for Michaela Cook to play that ball in. She was a little bit too far out really to hit the target, but Michaela Cook should never have had all that time because Jess Williams made a really poor decision there. Just kick the ball out of play.
Our first attack of the second half by Cardiff City. We played nearly 5 minutes. A lot going on. It's still 0-0 here at theswansea.com. Second South Wales derby of the season. Cardiff City comfortably winning the first 3-0 back in September. It was 3-0 by half-time. But Swansea are a better side. Well coached by Izzy Taylor, and that's good play by Amy Deacon. Deacon, oh, she did the first part so well. You could see what she was trying to do, play the ball inside that full-back.
Yeah, good intent, to be fair. Great first touch, you know, great use of her body there. Just needed a little bit more accuracy, and we've said it all through the first half, Mike. The only thing that are letting these teams down is accuracy in the final third.
Here's Deacon again, linking up with Chivers. Chivers from long range. Now that is ambitious.
And that's another row she'll have off me after this game, you know. I mean, you know, you've got Emily Thomas out here who's free. Just build the play, Chloe. Build the play.
Well, we know she has the talent.
Yeah.
But they're a wasted opportunity as Swansea City try to build. But here they come again. And this time Emily Thomas on her left foot past the post, cutting inside First time we've seen her cut inside. She's been going outside of the full-back.
Yeah, and it's a great decision, you know, just execution again. You know, technical ability there to get you wrap your foot around the ball, but great work by Swansea to win that ball back there high up, which you can see the press is high from Swansea. They're trying to keep energy high up the pitch.
Well, Ian Derbyshire is insisting that they play the ball out of defence. They might get caught here, and this is Stacey John. Oh, trying to lift that ball over Grace Olsen. But really, Cardiff City's problems are of their own making.
And you look at Swansea, where they're playing, they're all squeezed in a very small area and everybody's pressing together. So that's great instruction from Izzy Taylor and her staff here. They go again. Everybody's going to try and win that ball.
Turner with the tackle. I think it was a foul. I think the referee's waiting for advantage. There is no advantage, and it's a free kick for Cardiff City. Free kick is taken quickly. There's an opportunity to release Michaela Cook, and it's a super pass inside of Caitlin Williams. This is Cook. Cook crosses dangerously towards the far post. It was Barry sprinting in at the far post, but it's gone beyond Barry. She's done well to keep the ball in. Barry against Lake. Stacey John there helping out in defence. And between them, they have lost the ball. And here's the snapshot in, and it's side netting. And it's Barry again, strong on the ball, Kath.
Yeah, and as well, for the second time, you know, Michaela Cook has been released down this left-hand side. Far too much space. Decent ball across, to be fair. And Fiona Barry's done very well there to just show good strength and intent to keep that ball in play. You know, you end up with a shot. You have to praise that. You know, to be fair, she was isolated there.
Well, every time Fiona Barry has been on the ball, she's shown great strength and agility under pressure. And this time it's Cardiff City's turn to squeeze up on the Swansea City defenders. And Caitlin Williams is forced to clear over the near side touchline. 8 minutes played in the second half. Still goalless here at the Swansea.com. Substitute Megan Bowen. The ball played, snapping it wide by Hannah Power.
It's another square ball. You know, that those are simple for the opposition to, you know, to win. So Hannah Powell needs to be careful, try and get angles on that pass. It's another square ball.
Williams, Swansea City captain, looking for the feet of Deacon. Deacon spreads it wide to Emily Thomas. Opportunity to cut inside. She does so onto her left foot. Oh, and the save from Grace Olsen. Palms it away. Again, Emily Thomas, this time choosing the inside path, getting the shot away and forcing Olsen into a save.
Yeah, great work from Emily Thomas there. You know, again, it's just technical ability to hit that ball cleanly. You know, there wasn't, you know, she's done a great, decided to come inside, looked up, but then there was no power on that ball. The direction was right, forced the goalkeeper to make a save. Wasn't enough.
It's interesting, you know, with Stacey John wide left, Emily Thomas wide right. Sometimes I think it'd be an idea perhaps for them to switch wings, because they both really like coming in on their opposite feet.
And I've seen both this season play in those different roles.
Because I'm sure Stacey John cutting in on her left and Emily Thomas on her right would be a really good option. But here comes Swansea City, and again they release Thomas. Opportunity to cross on her right foot. She checks back on her left. She crosses low, and it's touched in, and it's Chivers. Oh, it's Amy Deacon. It's Deacon who's got it. Deacon slips in at the near post, and Emily Thomas has created the opening goal, and the Swans are ahead. She checked in on her left foot. She crossed low. Indecision in the Cardiff City defence, and Amy Deacon scores her 7th goal of the season. Super play by Swansea, and they lead.
Yeah, well, the smile says it all, you know. Chivers, wonderful pass to Emily Thomas. She's had acre to space. She's put the ball in the right area. And as a striker, Amy Deacon, as young as she is, has come across the front of the goal to try and get something on it. And as they all good strikers know, that is the movement you need to go from back to front. She's put her leg out, too strong there for Niamh Jenkins, who we know, is probably suffering, and it is no more than Swansea deserve. And what a lovely smile and a cheer for young Amy Deacon.
18 years of age, Amy Deacon.
I would say that me and my colleague Claire O'Sullivan has taught her everything, all that movement in that box, Mike.
Well, absolutely. Well, she got across the defender, and the defender was Niamh Jenkins, who we've said has been struggling since those head injuries.
But you make the right run, and you time it right, and chances will come your way.
Well, looking for revenge for that defeat earlier in the season. Swansea City a point behind Cardiff City at the start of the afternoon. They lead by a 1-0, and as Kath Morgan said, is no less than they deserve. Fionn Price has been really quiet this afternoon, I must admit, for Cardiff City. And it was Deacon who got the opening goal.
What Swansea cannot afford to do now is not keep pressing. They don't need to drop off now. They need to try and get a second goal. Otherwise, they'll invite Cardiff City for pressure, and Swansea will automatically drop deeper and deeper.
Well, here they come, and it's Billingham. Billingham cuts in on her right foot. She went to ground. She's asking the referee for a penalty. Nothing given. Here comes Swansea again. And it's a sprint, and it's Niamh Jenkins across to frustrate Amy Deacon. Is this a penalty, Kath Morgan?
No, Lily Billingham has lost control of the ball, and it is a tackle on the edge of the box by Caitlin Williams. This one is not a penalty. Watch, she just miscontrols the ball and then falls over it. But this one is, you could argue it's a free kick on the edge of the box.
Free kick on the edge of the box, I think. She just took her foot away before Lily Billingham went to ground. Oh, great skill again by Chivers. Oh, to Stacey John. Oh, super play. Oh, what play by Chloe Chivers.
You will not get a better ball in the box than that, Stacey John Davis, and we know normally she would be putting that ball away. The bounce is wonderful. Wrong foot. Use your left foot there. You open your body.
I'm really surprised, because she is really effective on her left foot as well, Stacey John. But a word about the quality again of Chloe Chivers, creating the space away from Hannah Power and putting that ball in between the defender, the goalkeeper, and picking out Stacey John. Amazing vision.
Well, for me, I've been alongside Chloe, trying to mentor her for a long time, and I know all the heartache she's been through, so it is a pleasure to see her smiling on the pitch. That's all I can say.
And she is still smiling as Swans lead on the hour by 1-0. Amy Deacon's 7th goal of the season, putting the Swans ahead. They have got a good record here at the Swansea.com, a draw and a win against Cardiff City in front of big crowds. And this is Ellie Lake. Ooh, she's gone all the way back to Four Kings. And Four Kings clears, no nonsense play from the City goalkeeper. This is Sammy Wynn to Stacey John. Opportunity to change direction here, and it's on to Amy Deacon again. Deacon, Emily Thomas sprinting into the box. Deacon trying to lift the ball over Grace Olsen. But again, good incisive play by Swansea City down that left-hand side.
Yeah, she had every right to go there. I'm just questioning maybe Chloe Chivers was to her right-hand side, but you can't detract away from... She's a striker, she's opened her body, she's past the defender, therefore she has every right to shoot the goal. We'll work on that lack of direction.
An hour on the clock. Swans lead by 1-0. This is Billingham. Billingham spreads it wide.
Great ball by Billingham.
Evans has continued her run. Helen Evans in on goal. Evans against Four Kings across the 6-yard box. And she pulls her right foot shot. Best opening for Cardiff City in the second half for the ex-TNS player.
Yeah, I mean, you have to commend Lily Billingham. Wonderful ball. She's looked up and she's actually hit it, you know, she's caught it badly, really. She hasn't put her whole foot through the ball. She's pulled it wide. She's skimmed the ball. She'd be disappointed with that.
But to be fair to the goalkeeper, she stood big there.
Yeah.
Amelia Fawkins made it difficult for Helen Evans to find that bottom corner. Powers were moved into midfield. Game opening up now. Opportunities for both sides. Important tackle by Ellie Lake. Again, Stacey John helps out, drives the ball forward, looking for the run of Chloe Chivers. Chivers is going to get there. She's going to drag Niamh Jenkins out of her central area. She crosses dangerously again, right on the edge of the 6-yard box, this time with her left foot.
Yeah, you know, great ball in from Chivers there. Amy Deacon got caught on the halfway line. You know, she's struggling to get back then. Hopefully she's okay, but it was a nasty challenge actually on the halfway line there.
No communication there between the Swansea players. Ball is loose. Mackenzie Olden, oh, she just needed to move that ball out to the right-hand side to Barry, and Barry was free. But here's Stacey John again. Needs support.
Caitlin
does
Williams,
well.
Yeah, Caitlin Williams did excellent work there. I thought Cardiff were in then. It's very open, this. Emily Thomas finds Amy Deacon, and Thomas has continued her run. Excellent run by Emily Thomas. Oh, I think she must have been told by Izzy Taylor, come back on your left foot, because every opportunity she's taken in the second half, she's brought it back onto her left foot. And what you're seeing now is tiredness. You know, these girls are not used to playing on such a big field like this. You know, Emily Thomas was out on her feet then. Mistake by Stacey John. This is Barry. Murray across there. Oh, and a cross shot by Barry. It's still in play. Rolls across the goal line, stays in play. Billingham. Cardiff City looking for the equaliser. Billingham looking for a little bit of space. She's done well. Feeds Cook right across, and it's squeezed in. And it's a goal for Cardiff City, the equaliser by Helen Evans. Lovely play by Cardiff City. Good build-up play, and it's finished by Helen Evans for the champions. And they've equalised here at the Swansea.com. 64 minutes on the clock. Swansea City 1, Cardiff City 1. Yeah, and again, you know, they've been pushing and pushing for an equaliser. Lily Billingham has been very influential. Same again. Plays the ball down the left-hand side. You know, credit Michaela Cook then. She's played a first-time ball in to the 6-yard box. And then, you know, you have to say, being there in the right place at the right time, then Helen Evans has scored that goal really well. So, again, it's no more than they deserve, really, for the last 10 minutes of pressing. Well, excellent play by Helen Evans. It's her first goal of the season, squeezing that ball away from Amelia Fawkins. The ex-TNS player celebrates, made the move in the summer of 25, straight into the first team, and her first league goal. And I'm sure that's going to please Ian Derbyshire and his coaching team. You know, there's half an hour left here. Physically, you know, and resilience-wise, what have these players got left? You know, who will these managers look on the bench for any kind of fresh legs? Give it a little bit more energy, because you will now see mistakes happen. You know, the incident here, Emily Thomas looked exhausted, and then that's resulted in a Cardiff City goal. And here come Cardiff City again. And Swansea City concede the corner. And has the momentum changed now, Kath? Yes, it has. And Swansea have to find a way to defend this situation and to get back to what they were doing. The shape and structure was perfect. The, you know, distances between units were great. Barry with a corner. In it comes, ball free in the box. Cleared by the Swans. They've given it straight back to Jenkins. Jenkins knocks it wide to Fiona Barry. The blue shirts flooding into the box. I was just going to say, there's 3 players in the box. Ball is loose. And Swansea City defenders looking at each other. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think Swansea have lost their heads a little bit. No one's anticipating what's going on. They're expecting somebody else to pick up the pieces.
They were lucky to escape there. Mackenzie Olden with the cross shot. Oh, ball played forward again, and Barry is free if she can get to the ball, but the ball skips away from Barry. Frustration for the winger.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing, you know, an element of tiredness here now. With runners in behind, you know, Barry easily, you know, runs past.
And in terms of the rugby, club rugby will return next week. Wales versus New Zealand, Saturday at 2:30 live on S4C. A sterner test, I would feel, for the Wales 15. As opposed to yesterday against Japan, where they squeezed home with a late penalty from Jared Evans. Ball free, Meg Bowen was all the way back to Grace Olsen. Olsen, mature player for her age, only 16 years of age, the young goalkeeper, winning her place in the team.
That's a straight ball there by Jess Williams. That's no good for anybody. You need to angle that pass.
Power, who interestingly is playing in front of the back four now in midfield. That change coming at half-time with Meg Bowen slipping into the defence. But here come Cardiff City again. Is Emily Thomas with a cross. Billingham clears, but it's straight to Deacon. Deacon. Well, it's a foul by Amy Deacon on Billingham.
Great battle, two of them, two youngsters. Two youngsters, great technical ability by both. Great defensive work by Lily Billingham, fair play.
16, Eilish Mitchell.
Well, substitutions for Swansea City. This time it's Sammy Wynn.
And also coming off number 20.
Leaving the field, and coming on is Eilish Mitchell. And Emily Thomas is also substituted, and on in her place is Tate Trivett. So Trivett wears 18, Mitchell wears 16, and it's fresh legs for these last 20-23 minutes.
Yeah, and Trivett, you know, has pace to burn. She just needs the right service. You know, she will do an Emily Thomas. She'll get down this right-hand side, go past players, put crosses in.
Evans, the scorer, concedes possession here to Lake Orton. Tackle by Helen Evans. Recovering tackle, and you can see why Ian Derbyshire assigned this young lady into the midfield.
Yeah, it's nice and even, you know, evenly balanced, both teams. You know, great work, great energy, decent play.
Cardiff City substitution, number 3, Fionn Price.
And Fionn Price is leaving the field, and she will be replaced by Amy Long. So both full-backs. It's probably the game where I've seen Fionn Price have the least amount of impact, Kath. We'll just wait a minute. Forking's off her line. Yeah.
And that happens, you know. It's no slant on the player itself. No. It's the way the game goes. You know, she's very, very consistent, is Fionn, and very influential on this team. But sometimes you just don't get the ball.
Yeah, she was the top creator for Cardiff City in the last 3 seasons. Top scorer in the Genero Adran Premier last season, but not her afternoon today. But Amy Long is on, and Long will fit into that left-back position. Billingham, can see the vision that Billingham has to try and thread that ball through. Poor touch by Lisa Owen, and Stacey John is away. John, 3 players sprinting into the box. Chivers, Deacon and Trivett. This is Lake. Lake slips, but the free kick is given to Swansea City. A late tackle by Helen Evans.
You know, Stacey John Davis, in my opinion, should have put that ball in early. There was 3 white shirts in the box. However, you know, they've done well, really, to get that free kick. It's going to be a great delivery in now from Chivers. You have to be brave in this situation. You know, a lot of female players do not like heading the ball, and you have to be brave. You have to win first contact and then try and pick up the second.
Well, can Chloe Chivers put pressure on the goalkeeper here? She's gone from distance and maybe too... Well, there was obviously too much on it. I was just thinking if she put it in that corridor of uncertainty there.
I guess from my point of view, she's probably thinking, no, nobody wants to head the ball, so I'll do it myself, because that's the way Chloe thinks. And to be fair, she wasn't that far away, Mike.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There was a good pace on the ball, but I just think if she could have floated it into an area, Swansea would have got more out of it. Tackles flying in now. 20 minutes left. Really, really open. Excellent second half here. Power clears, and it's Mackenzie Olden who's going to get to the ball first. Olden is in, and it's side netting again from Olden. Swans asked for an offside that never came, and Mackenzie Olden was away.
Once again, it's another direct ball from Cardiff City that they feel as if they can exploit the Swansea defence by playing the ball over the top. And to be fair, Jess Williams has made a wonderful tackle there.
Well, the officials have seen it. It is a corner. Oh, and there's a foul there. Oh, and it's gone in favour of Swansea City. Well, I'm looking at you, Kath, there,
Strange,
and I'm sure there's the bemused.
Michaela Cook cannot believe what she's seeing.
Bemused here,
I mean, she's won the ball.
And she's taken out.
And Amy Deacon has taken it out. I did not teach her that, but yeah. But it's a good, it's a good one to take.
I think it was just the face that Michaela looked at the referee and said, "Who, me? How's that?" Oh, Swans under pressure again here.
So Swansea have now stopped pressing high, okay? And that then invites Cardiff City to feel as if Swans are tired and we'll now exploit them. So Izzy Taylor needs to kind of try her best to solve this problem, because the intensity is now not there.
Well, Braun Mitchell and Trevitt on.
But for Trevitt, the ball needs to be in front of her. Do not give her the ball in the air. You need to put the ball in front of her, and she will run past everybody. The service is important. Players need to be intelligent.
Well, I'm sure a draw would suit Wrexham very well, as they sit pretty at the top of the Genero Adran Premier. 3 points ahead of Cardiff City, 4 ahead of the Swans before kick-off this afternoon, winning comfortably 6-1 at Pontypridd. Ball played forward by Cardiff City. No real test here of the girls' fitness.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, the pitch is huge for them. They're not used to playing these dimensions. The occasion, the adrenaline, it all adds up.
They've watered the pitch extensively as well. Not that it needed watering after the rain that we've had, Kath, but it saps the energy from your legs.
Yeah, that is, yeah, it does, yeah. That's correct. Meg Bowen fouls Amy Deacon. Amy Deacon did really well to protect that ball, and it was a clear foul there. And that's the thing, if you give the service to these players, you give the service to Chloe Chivers, she will win this game for Swansea. But what Swansea are finding very difficult at the minute is to keep the ball.
Well, it's Jess Williams, the Swans captain, with this free kick. Reaches the edge of the box, is headed clear by the Bluebirds. Lake knocks it wide. Service. Opportunity to cross, but not the best this time, and it's out for a throw.
And that's what I mean about service. You must give your players a chance. That ball, it's a weak cross. You have to get good contact on that ball. You work really hard to get into those positions. Do not waste them.
Dangerous cross into the middle. Ball is free. This is Tate. Oh, and the shot is blocked.
Trevitt done well. Yeah, did really well.
Trevitt with the shot. Well blocked by the Cardiff City defence.
Because everybody's tired now, this game is opening up.
Olden finds Michaela Cook. Cook crosses early, she had space in front of her. Swansea defence clears.
What a chance that up the other end there for Swansea.
Long. Again, it'll be a Cardiff City.
You know, Trivet can be dangerous in those situations, and in fairness, you know, she made great contact on that. Great power. Have to take your chances.
Lake. Ball played forward. It's Chivers again. Chivers being closed down by Power. She cuts inside. But doesn't have the opportunity there to go for goal.
No, you know, she was looking, I think, to open up, release her, you know, get her foot free and to shoot there. Ball just ran away from her. She looks tired, Chivers, to be fair, but she has put a lot of work into this game.
Cook. Excellent play by Michaela Cook. She releases Billingham. Billingham up against Williams. Billingham crosses dangerously into the near post. And Turner is there to clear. Trevitt. In towards Deacon. Deacon gets an important toe in. As done Murray. Murray, oh, and Deacon was away there. No foul, says Mr. Harmon. Play on. Body's going to ground here. Yeah, space opening up. Olsen decides to clear.
You know, surprised really with the goalkeeper's decision there. You know, you had 3 blue shirts. Just be patient. You had lots of time to, instead of kicking the ball out and giving the possession back to Swansea, she could have chosen any 3 blue shirts.
12 minutes to play. All to play for in the South Wales derby, the second of the season. Cardiff City taking the spoils early on in September. Helen Evans drawing them level after Amy Deacon had put the Swans ahead, but here comes Mackenzie Olden again. Olden crosses! Oh, uncertainty. Amelia Fawkins, the first time she's been struggling. And this is Cook, and it's over the bar. Well, it's the first time and a first mistake by Amelia Fawkins of the evening, and it could have been a costly one.
Yeah, you know, Mackenzie Olden, great left foot, puts the ball into the danger area. Faulkner just reads that so wrong. Once you let that ball bounce in there, there's no way that she's anywhere near it, and ball just runs away from Barry there. Yeah, that's it. That's a chance missed there for Cardiff.
And Cook was there, wasn't it? You know, the ball was played into her by Barry, and she had 2 opportunities to snapshot that in.
Yeah, she just didn't make great contact.
Well, it's been a great second half, Kath.
Yeah, it has been a great game. You know, cat and mouse in the first half, and now it's opened up.
Power on to the ever-willing runner, Michaela Cook, inside to Billingham. Cook crosses, and the free kick is awarded. I think it could be handball.
I cannot see this game, you know, resulting in a draw. Somebody will win this game.
Well, Jess Williams' protestations come to nothing. Handball?
I mean, the ball's been hit at her. She's tried to protect herself. Yes.
I think that is an obvious. I know, yeah. That's one of the obvious handballs.
Yeah, I don't know why she done that.
Wall of 3. Cook goes for goal! Oh! It's in! Michaela Cook may well have won the point for Cardiff City. Only 10 minutes to play from an impossible angle. She's lifted the ball over the despairing Amelia Fawkins, and Michaela Cook, her 4th goal of the season, may well have won the points for Cardiff City.
Unbelievable strike. Another ex-Clic player, which I didn't teach that to her. But, you know, at the end of the day, you have to just credit her ability to make that decision, to hit the ball technically, question the goalkeeper. You know, I mean, should that ball be going into your near post there? No way you shouldn't. But at the end of the day, it was a clean strike. It was accurate, it was on target, and then anything can happen. So, yeah, you know, good goal for Cardiff to...
Well, we talked about it being almost an impossible angle. You could well be critical of the goalkeeper, but it was a super strike, and the Bluebirds are ahead, and that's why they are champions.
Yeah, there's two fouls on Amy Deacon, and then there's a third, and only now the referee has decided to give that to Swansea. It's a free kick, Chloe Chivers. It's not a throw-in, surely? No.
Well, Michaela Cook, 21 years of age, has come through the academy under-19s. 5 assists this season, a 4th goal, and an all-important winner perhaps here at the Swansea.com. Swansea now, having led before the hour, now find themselves behind. Ball is cleared by Power, but helped on by Chivers, but into the by Jess Williams, into the grateful hands of Grace Olsen, who's really impressed me in goal for Cardiff City. Grace Olsen. More live football for you on Sgorio in the Welsh Cup. Carmarthen against Colwyn Bay, the first time the sides have met at the LHP Stadium next Saturday, 6 o'clock, live on S4C.
Clumsy foul there by Lily Billingham. She knew what she was doing. She needed to stop. Attacking phase there. Surprised that's not a yellow card. Very, very cynical. It's a lunge. Yeah, it's not good to see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was a yellow card offence, but there we are. Williams strikes it long, free header! Oh, and it's Chivers, but there is an offside flag, I think.
And I think that's correct. Yeah, I got to be honest. I just thought she drifted a little bit too far beyond the defence there, but what a wonderful ball in.
Well, it was a wonderful ball by Jess Williams, deep towards the far post.
Yeah.
She did everything right, Chloe Chivers, and I know that the flag went up, but what a save by the 16-year-old Grace Olsen.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to ask Chloe to try and put it back across the keeper. It is technically tough to do, but yeah, you'd put your mortgage on her scoring that one.
Well, is there a way back for Swansea City, having led? Well, I think there'll be an offside. Yes, I was going to say Mackenzie Olden was offside earlier in the move.
And that's a yellow card. That's what the rules say. The rules say if you kick the ball away after the referee's blown the whistle, it's a yellow card. I'm not quite sure why the referee feels he's not following rules this afternoon.
Well, with Cardiff City leading here with about 6 minutes to play, they go back to the top of the Genero Adran Premier on goal difference from Wrexham. Tackles flying in here at the Swansea.com. Amy Long on for Fionn Price for the final quarter of an hour.
Oh, it's a foul throw, I think, from Caitlin Williams.
Olsen calls, and there's a mature head on young shoulders there, isn't there? The goalkeeper.
I don't think I'd front up to Chloe Chivers in that situation if I was 16, to be honest. I'll have to give her a little bit of advice on that one.
Knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
Just to remind you, Ian Darbish's comments to me previously, before the start of the game, this young lady will play for Wales. Grace Olsen.
Oh.
Late tackle. Could be a yellow card, and it is. And it's Fiona Barry. Now, the ref has already shown Fiona Barry a red card at Britain Ferry earlier in the season.
She's smiling. She understands.
So, first yellow card of the evening to Fiona Barry. Free kick to Swansea City. Ball played long, pressure on the Bluebirds' defence. Ellie Lake spreads it wide to Stacey John. John against Lisa Owen. She chooses the ball inside, but it's slightly behind Ailish Mitchell. Well, it's almost a shame there has to be a loser here at Cath. It's been a really good, entertaining game. And here is Fiona Barry for Cardiff City, looking to seal the victory. Good tackle, good block in there by Ellie Lake. Breaks to Helen Evans. Evans, scorer of the equaliser, spreads it wide to Billingham. Owen on to Michaela
Offside,
Cook, but she strayed into an offside position.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Obviously, went a little bit too early then, but again, you know, you just question, Swansea just stopped. You know, if the linesman hadn't put his flag up, you know, then these decisions go against you sometimes, but Swansea'd already stopped. You must keep going.
Deacon. Bowen steps in, knocks it long, and anywhere will do now for the Cardiff City defence.
Bowen's done well. Bowen's done well since she's come on, you know.
She shored up that back four, hasn't she? And it was an interesting tactic because they moved Hannah Power into midfield, slotted Megan Bowen in at the back.
You know, for whatever reason she hasn't started this game is beyond me, but, you know, whatever the reason is, the reality is this team cannot do without her.
No.
You know, her presence, for a young player, you know, she reads the game well, steps in.
Well, as Amy Deacon was being substituted, opened the scoring this evening. Another fine performance from this young player, only 18 years of age, on in place of her Emily Richards. But another fine performance by one of your students.
Yeah, very proud, you know, very proud. We work hard, you know, to develop these players, and when you get to, you know, watch the fruit of our labour, and she wants to improve, obviously, she listens, she's a great kid, and we will continue to do that, you know. Stacey John did, yeah, no legs.
Looking for the one, yeah, looking for the 1-2 there, but
no legs to finish it off. And that's why you're either looking now for, you know, something wonderful from Chloe Chivers, or Cardiff will take the spoils here.
Williams clears, Billingham gets there first. More purpose now in Cardiff City play. Once they've taken the lead, it's given them confidence, but can Swansea hit back? And here's our player of the match, Maddie Murray, wearing 4 for Swansea City. She's gone about her business really well in midfield. Maddie Murray, broken up the play. Ball played forward, Chivers in the middle, half an opportunity to turn. Eliza Mitchell is there, Stacey John is there, Swansea looking for an equaliser. Stacey John lifts it towards the far post, but on the volley, Cardiff clear, and it was an all-important clearance as well. Mackenzie Olden fights for the ball, free kick given and awarded to Swansea. Really frantic finish here, Kath.
Well, take Trivet there, you know, she has done wonderful work there on our left-hand side to play that ball across. The ball just gets stuck, doesn't it, between, you know, 4 or 5 players. It was her work there. Swansea will be disappointed that they didn't execute that final shot.
And the women going down with cramp now, and not surprisingly, such has been the sapping of their energy. And there's the 4th official, Joseph Gibson, indicating there will be 4 added minutes at the end of this intriguing encounter between 2 of the top sides in the Genero Adran Premier. Is there going to be a dramatic finish? Swansea going for the equaliser into added time. It's not long. Oh, and Grace Olsen, I don't know if she slipped there, but she saved the shot from Chloe Chivers.
I mean, I don't, you know, that shouldn't be anywhere near. You can catch that. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no need to palm that away. I mean, Chivers got no right to score from there.
No.
But she could score directly from a corner. I've seen it multiple times.
Chloe Chivers floats it in. Pressure on Olsen. Cardiff clear temporarily. Stacey John into the middle on the volley from Maddie Murray, and it's out for a corner. Well, it's all happening here at the Swansea.com. Maddie Murray on the volley, but it's come off Hannah Power, and it will be a corner, and it will be Chivers again, an in-swinger to put pressure on Olsen. We played a minute and a half of added time. Williams competes, ball is free, and anywhere will do for Cardiff City as they lead by 2-1, and they are going back to the top of the Genero Adran Premier, having come from behind this evening against Swansea City. A tenacious performance from Izzy Taylor's team. Ball played forward again. Chivers looks around for support. She goes to ground. The foul is given. Billingham with the foul. Well, frantic finish, Gath.
It's been great, you know, it's been great. You know, for any young girl and boy watching this game, you know, at least they can kind of aspire to be like these players. A little bit of argy-bargy from Chloe Chivers and Lily Billingham. No love lost there, but, you know, I think Izzy Taylor will be a little bit disappointed that Swansea have run out of steam. But then Cardiff, at times, you know, they tend to take control of games, don't they, as the game goes on. And in all fairness, you know, you have to credit them when they've come back from being one goal down.
Well, Chivers has been going for goal from everywhere, and she knocks it long. Competition in the air.
Swansea players just, you know, again, you've got to run after those balls. You can't watch them. They're not going to go out on their own.
Seconds left here at the Swansea.com. 4 minutes of added time. Amy Long caught that.
Cardiff substitution's been waiting to go on, I think, for about 6-7 minutes. And the ball hasn't left play, so she's throwing her bib on the floor.
Ball played forward, and Olsen sprints and dives on the ball. Well, Kath, your final reflections as it looks as if Cardiff City are going to win the points this afternoon and go back to the top of the league.
Yeah, you know, I mean, great game, open football. I think Swansea got their tactics right in the first half by pressing high and winning the ball back. But Cardiff have been too strong.
And it's Cardiff who are finishing strongly, and it's Billingham! Secures the 3 points for the champions. Beautifully taken goal by Lily Billingham on her right foot across the goalkeeper for Kings. She collapses with cramp, but the celebrations amongst the Cardiff City coaching staff. Beautiful pass played forward, and then it slipped in for the run of Billingham through the legs of Williams and past Fawkins into the far post. Credit Barry for the pass, but Billingham for the finish. It's Swansea City 1, Cardiff City 3, and the points are safe now, Kath.
I think Lily Billingham deserves a special mention. She's been absolutely relentless. You question the back four fitness levels of the Swansea players, you know, that's not good enough to allow players to run in there. It's far too easy. And that's what has let Swansea down, is that they're not fit enough at the back to cope with the pressure that Cardiff have put them under.
Well, it's been a super second half. Nothing between the teams at half-time. Deacon putting the Swans ahead. Helen Evans drawing the teams level. Michaela Cook, super free kick, putting the Bluebirds ahead. And Billingham putting the icing on the cake. It's out for a corner, and there will be time for it as we go into the 6th minute of added time. Disappointment for Izzy Taylor and the Swans. They fought really hard, and Chloe Chivers has had a super game. It's been fantastic commentating on her skills this afternoon, but she's going to end up on a losing side. Chivers in, and the ball is cleared. Is there time for a second corner? There is, according to our referee.
I do think, though, that Izzy, you know, will be very, very proud of her team's performance. They've come a long way since, you know, I watched them only a couple of weeks ago. So it's great. They have something to build on, you know, they have something to build on. They need to improve fitness levels. But definitely, oh, this is tactical now, is it?
Well,
no.
Grace Olsen, the goalkeeper, is down. Not sure if she was pushed over there.
Hey, it's a big girls' game.
It's crossed in, and the header is over. And there is the final whistle. Cardiff City are going back to the top of the Genero Adran Premier, albeit on goal difference. They've come from behind here at the Swansea.com to earn the victory, a deserved victory at the end. Amy Deacon put the Swans ahead after clever play by Chivers and Emily Thomas. But it was Helen Evans who drew the sides level after good work by Billingham, and Cook had slipped her in. But Michaela Cook's super free kick from an impossible angle, beating Four Kings, ensured that Cardiff City went ahead with 10 minutes to play. And then it was Barry who fed Lily Billingham to score a super third to secure the points. Ian Derbyshire celebrates this evening, but to be fair, Izzy Taylor will take a lot of positives from this performance by the Swansea team. They're definitely in the championship race. They're now 4 points behind Cardiff City, having lost for the second time this season, a second defeat in a South Wales derby. But they came close today. But excellent performance by the champions as they aim for a fourth championship in a row. It's finished here at the Swansea.com with victory for the champions. It's Swansea City 1, Cardiff City 3.
Mae diolch yn fawr iawn, a diolch yn fawr iawn i'r reolwr Caerdydd. Ian Derbyshire joins me. What a comeback, what a win. I take it you're a pleased manager.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the first half was difficult, and we found it difficult at times to break around their press. You know, we spoke to the players half-time about being a bit braver, and if we definitely were in the second half, and I think, you know, there were so many good performances out there in that second half, and it was a deserved win.
It was a competitive game, to say the least. I expect you don't expect anything else when Cardiff play Swansea.
No, it's a South Wales derby. It's the game we both look out for. I thought Swansea were much better today. They were really well organised, and they made us work hard for that win, and thankfully we just showed that bit of quality in the day and got the 3 points.
And saw you celebrating, saw your players celebrating. It obviously means a lot to your team.
Definitely. Listen, we're competing at the top of the table, but most importantly it's a win away in the Swansea.com stadium, something that I haven't done before, a lot of the players haven't done before, so it's a good achievement, good accomplishment, and great for the team to show so much resilience then going into the second half.
Brilliant, thanks very much for your time. We dragged you across, thanks for the interview. Ian, congratulations. Gwych llongyfarchiadau I Gaerdydd, dyma'r canlyniadau I chi pnawn ma felly. Yr un ola. Fan yna, o ran heno, Caerdydd di ennill o 2 gol I 1. Wrexham hefyd, maen nhw'n gyfartal ar y brig, ond Caerdydd sydd ar y brig o ran gwaniaeth goliau. 6-1 yn erbyn Pontypridd sydd ar y gwylod. Mor gystadleuol tymor yma. Digon yn digwydd. Ymrif Adran Genero, ni'n dilyn y cyfan I cael mwy o mateb nawr. Chwaraewr Caerdydd, Michaela Cook. Michaela Cook joins me. Congratulations, Michaela.
Thank you.
That was some goal to, well, didn't win it in the end because you got another one, no. But you made the difference with that goal. That was some goal.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think when I seen that we had a free kick, I think I won it, to be honest. I can't remember. My head's all over the place at the minute. And you want Ify to take it, but I think I'm really confident in myself to be able to step up and take charge and score a goal like that.
Well, you've just seen it as well. You're just seeing it now.
Yeah, I mean, I like to do them in training, and I think when Fionn Price is on the pitch, I don't really get a chance, but when I do, I like to take them. And yeah.
You scored a screamer against them earlier this season as well. You enjoy playing against Swansea?
I think I just like the derby. I like the thrill, and from a young age, my dad has always drilled it into me that this is a South Wales derby. You know, we take this seriously, and I think since I've come up to the senior team, I've taken it seriously, and these are the games that we like to fight and we like to win.
You could sense that at the end, the celebrations were just what it means. What does it mean to this group?
It means absolutely everything. You know, I think we're really tied with Wrexham at the minute, and I mean they're an unbelievable team, but you know, it's top of the league bash, and when we come here, we know it's a hard game. We know how much they make this their fortress, and we come here and. Yeah, as you can tell by the celebrations, it means absolutely everything to us when we win. Yeah,
it was a great second half to watch as well. I'm not sure Swansea will agree with that, but it was a good second half to watch. It's so competitive, right? Swansea have been hot on your heels. You and Wrexham neck and neck at the top, but you are top on goal difference. It's great for the neutral, but what does that mean for Cardiff as well? Does it spur you on?
Oh, massively, massively. I mean, the past couple of seasons, it kind of hasn't been as competitive as we've wanted it to be, but I think now teams are stepping up, Wrexham especially, and I mean, Swansea have been on a great run, so we know that it was going to be hard, but yeah, I think it keeps us on our toes definitely, and it pushes us each week to want to win and to want to stay top of the table.
Well, thanks for coming over. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and celebrate. Thanks for your time. Brilliant. Diolch yn fawr iawn i Michaela Cook. Oedd hi wrth i bodd yn dod hi, a dyma pam mae wrth i bodd. Maen nhw ar y brig. Caerdydd wedi ennill. Drychwch pa mor agos yw i rhyngddyn nhw a Wrexham a'r pwyntiau, mae'r record nhw. Bron union yr un peth, gwaniaeth goliau, Caerdydd bach yn well. Abertawe wedi colli ychydig o le a'r bwlch na di agor ychydig penwythnos yma, ond mae'n wych o ran y tabl yma a'r gyngrair yma bod hi mor gystadleuol ar y brig. A dyna ni. Diolch am eich cwmni pnawn yma. Tipyn mwy i ddod. Nos Fawrth. Fi'n gweud nos Fawrth tro amser. Nos Fawrth. Mae hon Cymru'n cwrdd â Gogledd Macedonia. Yn fyw o'r Esbyrrec 20 munud wedi 7. Digon i'w drafod dros y dyddiau nesaf cyn y gêm fawr yna. Ond diolch am hon. I wedi mwynhau gêm ddarbi De Cymru. Dwi'n amen fawr bydd Abertawe'n cytuno mor anlwcus. Y sgôr ddim cweit yn adlewyrchu'r gêm. Ond Caerdydd yn hapus to hwnna. Newn ni fforwelio gyda'r gôl ola. Oedd hi'n dipyn o bas gan Barry fan hyn, Fiona Barry. A Billingham yn taro 3-1, 3 pwynt i Gaerdydd. Maen nhw'n ôl ar y brig. Dyna ni, diolch am eich cwmni. A darbi De Cymru ddim wedi siomi fel arfer. 3-1 y sgôr tyrfynol fan hyn i Gaerdydd.